Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our extra special digital Gamescom 2020 kickoff preview introductory stream. Hi, I'm Mr. Conway. It's fantastic to be here. It is a real shame that we are not at actual Gamescom, I have to say. But it's fantastic that we get to spend some time with you here anyway. We've got a fun little stream prepared for you. We're going to do some shenanigans. We've got a couple of brand new ships to tell you about. We'll do a bit of a developer Q&A with our player interaction team, and maybe some little quizzes and things, and it should be good, right? There's a special Twitch drop, and we'll get to all of this in a minute. But I'm not alone. I'm joined by two very, very special guests right here locally in our Prague studio. Number one is Mr. Crusantos, who we are going to say hello to right now.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, completely big surprise guest is me.
No.
Oh, Conway, you had one job. You had one job.
Who touched my thing?
Who touched your thing? So, as you can see, I changed a bit, but I look very relaxed. So, guys, I hope you had a good week so far, and I hope it's slightly warmer than it is here in Prague, because it's actually quite cold here. And I'm also very sad that we cannot be at Gamescom at the moment. Hashtag blame Conway. Absolutely, chat. This is, if there's anything you should spam today, it's hashtag blame Conway, because we already had to block exclamation mark.
That's okay.
So many torps. Yeah, guys, come on. Like, you cannot have enough torps like this one. And if you're here in Prague on Saturday at 6 o'clock, next to our office, I will drop a few of those on your heads from the 8th floor. and hopefully not get in trouble. Yes, but we also have the other Chrysanthus apparently.
Yes,
who's sitting in the big chair. So, Mr. Conway, I'll just show him. Yes.
Don't you push the button.
Okay,
it's
I'm
not
not going
ready.
to
The
push the
button's
button.
not ready.
The button is not
button
ready.
is not ready. Emergency. No,
So-
okay, the button is ready now.
the button is ready
Yes. Now?
now. Yeah.
There you go.
Hello, people. So apparently I'm also Chrysanthus.
No. We've dechrysantosed you.
Yes, it happened. Damn it. Wanted to try for a while how it feels to be German. But yeah, hello and welcome to the stream. I guess I will be for most of the stream a disembodied voice in the chat and talking.
No, only for a little bit.
Only for a little bit. Okay. But also in the background when I will not be in the chat or not telling you stuff, I'll be continuing in the construction project. You can see that the Yamato is already getting quite good shape, so...
It just strikes me every single time how big that thing is.
Yes, it's like now that now that we have the full length, it's massive. It's like, well, it's awesome.
Santos is just looking at me as if to say, like, should I say something? Should I?
No,
Is it
no.
too early?
Yeah, I think
It is too early.
You think so? Is it
make
ever
some inappropriate
too
jokes.
early?
I think later towards the end of the stream, we're probably at a time when I won't be able to
Yes,
speak for
I
myself.
think today we are making extra long stream, right?
We are going to be
Yeah.
streaming for 3 hours today because it's Gamescom, and we have, of course, a
So, yeah.
like there's drops. We'll get into drops. In a
I
second.
love like how much blaming is still going on in chat.
Yes.
I fully approve.
I'm used to this by now, right? But the thing is, right? You can blame Conway, but the reason you can blame Conway is because Conway is also the person who does all the things, right? So, like it's just it's the hard.
It's
hard
the circle of blame.
Yes, and
That's
it
fine.
wouldn't be a Conway stream if he didn't manage to find that one thing that we then still overlooked because we actually we did a
always
lot of
test
testing,
this.
right? Everything is fine, but it's
Like, would you
adds to the
believe it
quality of the
that
stream.
20 minutes ago, Mr. Conway was saying he is nervous because everything is set up and working, and that makes him nervous.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then 2 minutes before start of the stream, I changed the video conferencing tool we're going to be using for our guest from St. Petersburg. I had to change the streaming keys, and but
There's somebody in chat who loves you, Mr. Conway. Shigure Kaini says, "I love you, Conway. Please give me a hug." So, Conway,
Well,
can you send over like a digital?
have like a virtual
Well,
hug. Yeah.
Let's do it
But
this way.
Please do feel hugged, right?
if you live in Prague or in Czech Republic, then maybe there is a chance for a real life hug on Saturday.
No. Look, there's
Unless you
coronavirus right
climb
now.
up
We're not going to go
through
and
the
hug
window.
a whole bunch of like random strangers. However, I do have to one more time announce this, right? Because it is Gamescom, and it is tradition at Gamescom that we give out some kind of physical swag. We cannot do this because we're not at Gamescom. So we figured we're at the 8th floor of an office building overlooking one of the main streets in Prague. So what could go wrong if we tell people to come and visit our office, well, the street in front of the office, this Saturday during our German Gamescom stream at exactly 6 o'clock Central European summertime. And we will attempt to hopefully not kill anyone as we throw torpedo plushies and t-shirts out of the 8th floor window.
Yes.
So if you're interested, if you go to our portal article about this very, very Gamescom stream here, there's a Google Maps link to underneath our window.
So there was a question here from Prisma 7 World Warships who was asking, what is the parrot behind Chrysanthus? So this here was actually a gift from the TTT clan when they visited us here in the Prague office. And, it's just one of our, things that we have in the office. We really appreciate when you, bring us some gifts or send us something.
Yes, if you would like to send us fun stuff for the streaming room, please do. We have to show the hat.
Yes.
Did we leave it in the other room?
Yes. I shall write
So, look,
someone.
wait,
on
is there
Teams.
nobody watching from the team? If anybody's watching, can you please bring us the hat?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll see if this works.
If not, then I will start prodding people directly because
Did you check the parrot for spy cam?
Look, I didn't.
It would have to be a
it's
nuclear
a trustworthy
parrot.
one. It mostly is just watching our streams, so it should be fine.
Yes. Maybe it's involved in some stream sniping, but well.
No, not the cowboy hat. Sorry, the cowboy hat is great, right? But one of our awesome German fans, Mr. Dragonov, actually sent us an actual original hat from HMS Hermes.
Yes.
Which is super cool. I have no idea how we managed to get it, but it's excellent. So we're going to
Yes, so we're going to show
in a
it.
second.
People. No.
People, what are you trying to tell us?
I see some activity on Teams, but I'm not sure if it's
Okay.
if it's related to us.
So
There's
I want to know
actually-
who in chat. Sorry, who in chat has visited us at Gamescom before? Give us an X. I want to know.
Tanatoy is on his way, says Sehalis.
Awesome.
Yeah. And Mr. Conway, do you want to explain why this is here? This one is called the Naughty Corner. There are some questions about why I'm sitting in the Naughty Corner. I wasn't naughty. Not at the moment.
I don't know. We just called it this because I got sent there, and mostly that just meant that it's by definition the naughty corner. Wow, a lot of
Tanatoy
Gamescom
arrived.
veterans here. Do you want to model it for us as Tanatoy as well?
I'm not sure I will be fit to be an English.
Come on, you can do it. You can trigger Ollie.
Yeah.
I can trigger Ollie, it's true. So a beautiful English sailor, but with the most beautiful accent ever. Yeah. Is it?
And we love your
It's a little
t-shirt,
bit
by the
lower,
way.
I think. I don't think they can actually. Oh yeah.
Lower? Yeah, lower.
Yeah.
Should be good.
So this is what we received this week from Dragonov, and I hope he's in chat.
Yes. So thank you very much. And if you have very cool stuff like this, I mean, we would be very appreciative if you want to send it to us. We're not forcing you, but we're happy about cool gifts like this.
Evan is in chat and he saw the irony in what just happened on stream. Yes.
Wear the hat, Conway. Look, the thing is, I'm also really grateful to our awesome team in LA who sent me a cowboy hat, but they had to send me a very, very large cowboy hat. This is not a large hat. It is, in fact, a very small hat. There's no way this is going to fit my head. There's no chance. Maybe Tucky. Tucky, does the hat fit you?
I'm not sure. Probably not. I didn't try it on because like.
Official Donny is asking, so there's gifts. Is there any hate mail? I mean, not in like actual letters. I haven't received any like naughty letter from players.
like
but in PM sometimes people can, I mean, they just vent a bit.
That's true. And for the people who are dedicated enough to send actual hate mail, they're usually also dedicated enough to send it to our headquarters in Cyprus, where they on occasion do receive. Some
Happafodder
interesting
says,
letters.
I'm not saying that I had to pick a special size for Conway, but ... We know he's big-headed. We know that.
Yes. Okay, so
Dance for us, Conway.
Things-
#dance for us.
things we need to talk about, right? First of all,
Yes.
of course, Gamescom, right? I saw lots of you were there. Oh God, Evan, please go away. I think
Please stay here.
for me, right, one of the most fantastic thing about Gamescom, apart from the parties and the
Make
craziness,
him.
is meeting like so many of you guys,
Yes.
and we were really hoping to like revisit and improve upon our like VIP lounge concept we did last year, where we just hung out with you. But hopefully we'll be able to do this 2021.
Terry Cox has a challenge for you. Try starting a sentence without saying "look."
Look here, screw you.
The good thing is Terry has been part of many streams with us, so he knows us
yes.
very well.
Everybody, look,
Everyone of us has a
everybody has
mannerism.
their own little quirks and things that they say, and for me, it is look. I don't know why, but I would just like you to sometimes look at what I'm saying.
Yeah, basically, for me, it's basically.
Yes.
And what's Mr. Chrysanthos'
Ooh, what's Chrysanthus?
Oh, Chrysanthus is I'm innocent, so you.
No.
No.
You have one or two for
chat,
sure.
chat has to discover what I'm usually saying.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah. Please help us because I can't really put anything from the top of my head. So
So, what I think we should do is I think we should say hello to our special guest waiting in the wings, Mr. Shaw Knight.
Yes.
We should talk a little bit about Twitch drops and stuff, and then maybe we can even talk about some new ships that we have.
might be, yes.
In a little bit.
But I would say let's kick off a bit about Twitch drops, what it is, because I'm
Yes.
sure there are plenty of people who don't know what they are
This is
and
true.
what's happening today and what's like how does it work.
Do we want to show them what they get first, or
So
okay? Look,
let's have the video first so you understand what Twitch drops are, and then we
yes.
explain to you how the Gamescom drop works.
to those of you who've seen this video more than 3, 4, 5, or even 10 times, because if you watch the stream regularly, you will have, I apologize. We'll be right back. To our Twitch drops. In this video, we'll show you what and how to get them. With Twitch drops, you can get free additional content for watching World of Warships on Twitch. These include Twitch containers and lucky even premium ships. To activate Twitch drops, head to your account management page and click on the Twitch icon. Then either log into your existing Twitch account or register a new one. Click the Authorize button to finalize linking your account. Link will succeed. You'll receive the Twitch welcome machine and start getting some drops. Open your browser and head to the twitch.tv homepage. If you are anything like us, you might want to activate dark mode. To find World of Warships content, search bar and enter. Okay, gentlemen, it seems the video is lagging.
So we'll just explain it to you quickly.
We'll explain it to you. The thing is, right, we've played this video many times. It's never lagged before. Of course it's going to lag today.
Well,
This is
there's always the first time.
Yes. So, Conway, do you want to explain it or shall I?
Sure, I can explain it, right? So, gentlemen, we have this thing called Twitch drops, if you're not aware. It's very simple. You connect your Wargaming account and your Twitch account, and then whenever you watch a World of Warships stream, Twitch tells us, hey, person is watching World of Warships stream, and then we can use this information to give you stuff. We have a variety of things usually available. We usually have drops where we drop missions every month. And we do this in a weekly cycle, so every week you'll get a new mission. You'll be able to earn special camouflages and things. We also drop some nice Twitch containers, which contain consumables and credits, and it's just always nice to have. And then on occasion we have special drops. Oh, we also have epic drops.
Yes.
Yes, there's an epic drop, so there's a rare chance to get a premium ship. At the moment, there is a rare chance whenever you watch World of Warships on Twitch to get a Graf Zeppelin in your port, which is
the
pretty
first time we
cool.
actually have a
Yes.
tier 8 ship dropping there.
And then we have a special drop today, actually active until Saturday, which is only active on the World of Warships channel, right? And you can find all of this information on our amazing portal. And I'll show you quickly how this looks like, right? So there's a Gamescom article. You'll see there's also a Gamescom combat mission, which you can complete to get some Gamescom camouflages, which look cool and give you nice bonuses, especially the Gamescom black one, which gives you a decent credit boost. Then we have the Gamescom Twitch drop. So if you look at the Gamescom Twitch drop, if you watch our Twitch channel for 60 minutes or more, and this really works only on our Twitch channel, you'll not only get 3 of the blue and 3 of the additional black ones, you also get a Warmick gaming container, which will have 1 of the above and then 2 of the below. So it's a nice little chance to earn something extra just for hanging out with us and having some fun. If you want to find out how to link your account and to take advantage of this Twitch drop, you just click here on this little link and it'll take you to the amazing page where you find the information on how to do this. And you can see it's really quite easy. You can also watch the video that was just lagging on YouTube, so it won't lag. But essentially, just go to your account management page, click the Twitch icon, follow the instructions, and Bob's your uncle.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Exactly. That's how it works. We just wanted to explain it to you because I'm sure that quite a few of you haven't been here in the past or don't know how this works. So we just want to tell you how it works in the beginning so you can link your account and get all of the stuff on this stream. And the Gamescom drop is actually going to be active starting from today on the official channel until the end of the German stream that is happening on Saturday. So if you watch, for example, tomorrow's Russian stream, the American stream, or the Armchair Admirals episode that we're going to be hosting tomorrow, as usual, on the last Friday during the month, you can still get it.
Yep. Okay, so I think it's time to introduce our special guest live from St. Petersburg. It is Mr. Shonai. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here with you.
Fantastic. How's life in St. Petersburg? How's the weather?
As usually in St. Petersburg, rainy.
I can see you already prepared your board behind. He was, he was on the screen the whole time while I was messing things up. So of course, there's an official hashtag Blame Conway board now. I was hoping for some more spicy development information, but I got denied.
You don't think this is spicy development information?
I don't know. Are you going to implement me in game?
You're already present in game, if I remember correctly, as one of Commander Faces. No?
No, he's not.
No.
Okay, this
He
is
has the
something that we
portrait,
should
but
do.
he's not in game.
Yes.
Noted.
Yes, we should. Yes, we should. But my portrait is ready, so that's it'll save some work.
Yes.
So well, we invited you today because we obviously wanted people to have a chance to ask some questions, because this is always a tradition at Gamescom that we do a bit of a developer Q&A, but we also have some actual news for you guys. We've got 4 new upcoming ships to share with you, and I would actually like to mix things up a little bit as opposed to usual, and I would like you in chat to decide which of the ships we're going to look at first, right? So I'm going to launch a 10-minute poll. If you're on YouTube, I apologize, but it's a Twitch poll. You can't participate. But you can head to Twitch, where you also get Twitch drops, and you can absolutely vote. In addition, if you have channel points, you are more important. So you can get additional votes by spending some of your channel points if you really want to see one of the ships first. So let's see if that works. Anyway, there's the poll. Go choose. You can either see a Japanese ship, a French ship, an Indian ship, or a British ship. Apparently the option with the additional votes doesn't work, so we'll switch that off.
And probably you missed one, no?
I only counted 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes. So, chat, you know the drill.
But
It's math striking again. So guys, you get
I'm sorry. Look, you sent me videos, right?
Yes.
My video folder only has 5 videos, but one of those videos is for Saturday. You remember that, right?
Yes.
And it's not a ship.
Let me double check that.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's the battle. This is the
Shonai,
battle.
you can
This
just
is
tell
the
us
battle
about
of
a ship that is not on that list.
This is the battle of math. Who's worse?
There are 6 videos in the folder I sent you. One of them is not a ship. It was intended for Saturday.
So guys, as you can hear, on Saturday we also have something else to show you. During the German stream.
I will look. I'm not kidding you, right? This folder only has 5 videos, including the one for Saturday. So I will go and hunt down the extra video. I'll do this in the background while chat votes, and you guys talk about.
But still, the chat vote is will be valid because
So Shonai, tell us a bit about yourself for people who don't know who you are. So what are you doing on a day-to-day basis?
I work in a team which was established by Sabactavian. Now he got promoted and is an executive producer. And now Vesser is in charge of the team. We work with in contact with development team and regional teams. We prepare all the gameplay publications for Portal, like patch notes, bulletins. We maintain the dev blog and make the post for that. We serve as an intermediate between development team and community team. We analyze and work with feedback and all other such stuff.
Yes, and so that means, for example, when we guys collect your feedback, we provide it to the team of Shonai and work with them to make sure that it gets to the right places. And because I see some questions on YouTube, we're just going to answer this. Unfortunately, on YouTube, there are no drops at the moment. So if you want to get some of the gifts, you would have to come to the Twitch channel. I'm sorry. It's not on our side, on YouTube side.
Yeah, Richard der Erste is asking what's wrong with Conway. So nothing is wrong with Conway. This is just Conway.
This is just math.
Look, chat, I have to say, right, I just downloaded the zip file, I unzipped it, and the video that he's talking about, right, is not present.
It's okay.
So I'll let you decide whose fault it is. No.
Mr. Conway is working as intended. Exactly, guys. So while Mr. Conway is doing this,
yes.
Can you what is the nation of the 5th ship? Shonai?
It's German.
It's German.
Yes.
Ah, yes, I remember which ship it is. I'm pretty sure it was there before.
But I mean, it's a bit. I think on one hand, it's good that this ship was forgotten because everyone would have voted German. This way, there is like interesting choice.
Yes.
I suppose we
You
can
mean
add
until I
tiers.
relaunch the poll to make it fair?
9.
But it's crazy to see. So currently, Japanese is leading with 48% of the votes. Then we have Indian with 29%, and then we have the British with 15% and French with 8%. Apparently, nobody wants to see a German ship that Mr. Conway was hiding from people.
Yep.
You don't give
But don't
them
worry,
that,
guys.
okay.
We will get to that as well.
Yeah. All the poll is about is just the order. So order.
Exactly.
Order!
Mr. Conway is being his usual self. My day at work will be better for it. Well, you know, it should happen. So
Yeah.
it's just about getting you the additional videos so you can actually see the ship, because you know we like to show off the ships to you so you can see them in their full glory and not just a screenshot. So that's why we're preparing videos so you get to see them in their full glory.
There was a question whether we have an office cat. So just to make it clear, we don't have office cat, but there is a cat that is living in the building across the street that is kind of like a favorite object of watching for the entire office.
Not for me, I'm a dog person. So I think we need to restart this poll and Germany.
No.
Let's
Let's
okay, so we'll
just
show
kick
the
it
German
off.
ship first anyway, just
No.
because we know that's what
No.
people want.
It will be the last, and we will blame you. It's okay.
Yes.
Okay, so chat definitely wants to see the Japanese. 1,000 people Japanese ship.
Yes.
Nobody
Well,
cares about the French.
I mean the poll is still running, right?
Interesting. Yes. Although at this point it's unlikely that the ratio is going to change much.
Yeah, I think we can kick off because we've waited for you to add the video, so just show it to people.
Okay, so you want us to talk about the Japanese ship then? Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so I'll put this on, right? Wait a second. Why is this showing?
One moment, please. Please hold the line.
The buttons do not listen.
Okay, Shona, are you ready? Because you're talking about this.
Yeah, no, I'm ready.
Du-du-dum.
What did you do?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Chat, save me. I was wondering why the buttons didn't work.
Oh God!
We're gonna have some fun today, chat. Okay. Here we go.
Let's see what happens.
It's up. It's you. People can see it now.
Oh, God.
So this is Haizen, Tier 9 Japanese battleship. This one of the super battleship project versions variants. This is a project of A140J3. This is a preliminary creation of the Yamato class battleship, and the main feature of this ship is 12 410mm guns in 4 turrets. Such a number of guns is a bit unusual for Japanese battleships, and it will serve it to a good measure and allow the ship to deal a significant amount of damage per salvo, like very big one. So I guess
How big?
how big? So initial stats, remember that these are subject to change, are 12 shells with let me double check. Maximum shell damage of armor
I'm
piercing
just
shells
trying to make
is
someone else do math, just to be clear. Is why I'm
almost
asking.
13,000 per shell. So it's
I could see him typing it into the calculator.
yeah, it's 153,000 damage per AP salvo.
That's
That's
A lot.
That's a
Oh.
lot. Nice.
one of the greatest, or even the greatest one on tier 9.
I approve.
That's a nice.
And it looks really sexy.
It does
So-
look really sexy.
And
what's
I
number
would love to
2?
tell you how this ship, you know, might be coming to your ports, but I cannot tell you. So, guys, as always, for all of these ships, we cannot disclose yet how we're going to be distributing them, for what resource or whatever. So please give us a bit of time. We will inform you once we have that information. What's the ship's name?
Haizen.
Haizen. Can you? Somebody was asking for dispersion. I guess they run to Theorycraft. Bearing in mind, guys, we are of course going to, as usual, make our devlog post following the stream with detailed initial preliminary work in progress stats.
Yeah, but the preliminary work in progress is important, as always.
and it's gonna be 1.7 sigma, and maximum dispersion at 21.1 kilometer is 236 meters.
Okay, we have to get close.
Rather close for a Japanese battleship on tier 9.
Yeah.
Yes. Chat has already named it the Heisenberg.
It looks pretty sexy, I have to say.
Okay.
And then you have 12 of these guns. After playing Pommern, I appreciate this album.
So the second most popular vote, people actually want to see our Indian ship. So let's bring it up right now.
And it will be?
It will be Mysore. Probably my pronunciation is not that good. It's a tier 6 cruiser, a Fiji type light cruiser, which was built for Royal Navy and then transferred to the Indian Navy. Like British light cruisers, the searchable ones, the ship is equipped with AP shells only, with special characteristics. But from the Commonwealth, it gets the crawling smoke generator, and also the ship will have hydroacoustic search.
That sounds like quite a sweet package.
Yeah, that's a nice, interesting cruiser to play on tier 6.
Yes, absolutely.
What else?
So, guys, because I see these questions over and over again, we cannot tell you how to get these ships at this point. This will be information we will be sharing later.
And yes, I realize I swapped the names out. Look, I've been having some technical issues today, Chad. This one is definitely OneDrive. Okay. Let's move on to the next ship. Next to 9 was our British ship. So it is going to be Her Majesty's ship.
Plymouth, tier 10.
Plymouth.
Plymouth, yeah. Plymouth, tier 10 British cruiser. And this is a spicy one. She has 16 guns in four gun turrets. This is probably the most noticeable thing from the view, but when we get to the consumables, she is equipped with hydroacoustic search, smoke generator. She has a repair party, not the consumable which researchable cruisers get, but just basic one, not like the zombie hill which researchable cruisers have. And she also has access to the surveillance radar with a range of, let me double check, the range of 9 kilometers. So, and smoke generator and radar are in separate slots. If you compare the ship to Minotaur, the noticeable differences are, of course, simultaneous availability of these two consumables and slightly better armor, like 10 millimeters of the main armor belt or so. However, she has a lower firing range by 1.5 kilometers, and her reload is 7.5 seconds, and she has less powerful AA, and 2 times less torpedoes than a Minotaur.
Ah, so it won't be HMS No-Fly Zone.
And obviously, the most important question from chat here is HE and AP or only AP?
Only AP.
Only AP.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Nice.
historically, this is one of the variants on the project, which was preliminary to the construction of the Edinburgh class cruisers.
Yes, it looks pretty spicy. And I have to say, like, these quadruple turrets always look funny to me.
It looks very pretty.
Like we have a lot of ships with quadruple turrets lately in my sense, like for example Florida, and they look amazing.
Like they always look a bit funny, like be it the like horizontal quads or the like small style 2x2. They always look a bit off.
This looks like it's going to be quite a challenge to play. I'm looking forward to it. Cool. So we move on to our French contender,
And
which is the
Strasbourg, tier 7 Strasbourg, Dunkirk class battleship, which the main difference with Dunkirk is access to the main battery reload booster. The ship will have decent rate of fire, rather good firing range of 21 and 19.1 kilometers, and she's rather quick for a battleship. So she will be effective playing at a distance or conducting flank attacks. So like
That sounds interesting.
yeah,
it's a
and
French ship. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, and like a Junker, she has 2x4 turrets in a bow.
Yeah, so people are asking, so this is a Dunkirk class battleship? Yes,
Yes,
but it's
yes.
going to be on tier 7.
Nice. And then finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, our mystery contender, the extra ship number 5.
The forgotten
shall be
ship.
known from now on. It is, of course, the German Z44.
And this one is a German destroyer, tier 9, which is a German torpedo destroyer. It has 2 torpedo launchers with 5 tubes in each one. It has a range of 12 kilometers and a reload time of 85 seconds. So,
That's quite a spammer.
yes, and she has no access to the hydroacoustic search in comparison to the researchable German destroyers, because the main mission of this ship is not hunting enemy destroyers and not being on the front line. She has smoke generator and engine boost.
There is already a question in the chat about the concealment, because that's
Yes,
the
of
make
course.
or break for destroyer.
Basic surface detectability, so without skills, is 8.1 kilometer without skills or upgrades.
That's well.
Nice. This is going to be interesting. Cool. So those are new our new ships. So these are our new ships. Quick reminder to myself, buttons really need to be configured better before the stream. Now, the next thing we have on our list is our dev Q&A. So I would really like you to think about something that you don't usually ask, right? Because we all have had many streams together. You've asked many questions. We have someone straight from development here today who can answer some questions that we usually can't answer. So if you have something, please let us know. And please bear in mind, we can't answer all of your questions because many of you, few of us, is going to be difficult. So Taki and myself and Chrysanthus, we're going to be looking at chat. We're going to go be picking some questions and we're going to try and squeeze some information out of Shonai. While you think of some questions, we also have a little quiz prepared, right? Should we do the quiz?
Well, then you need to tell people how to participate in the quiz.
Yes. So, guys, if you want to participate in our quiz, it works only on Twitch because we're using an extension on Twitch itself. So, if you want to participate, all you have to do is at the bottom right hand of your screen, there's like a little, how do you call it? The overlay button icon. So you have to activate it. We can probably, Chrysanthus, can you show how it looks to activate it?
Sorry, I'm collecting questions right now.
Yeah. And just putting it out
Can
here.
you do it or
guys, please try to
second.
moderate your questions, like when will ship XYZ come, because that's like we are sharing with you the ships as soon as we can, so there's not really that many secrets left there.
So while we're doing this,
Okay, while we're doing this-
I'll already ask a few questions.
Mm-hmm.
So Alex G, for example, is asking, are you ready to show?
I'm ready to show it quickly.
Yes.
It's because it's really
Okay.
quite easy, right? So chat. So if you look at this, is going to look a little weird for you, I think, because it's just going to be like Conwayception now. But if you click here, right, this little button here, right, this is where you can turn on your extension. So please do this.
More and more and more and more.
More and more. This is always the
That's,
danger of showing
Conway's
your
all the
own
way.
stream. But I didn't want to show someone else's stream because that would be weird. Okay, so you go ahead with the question. I'm going to slowly boot up the chat, and we'll play a little round of quiz.
Sure. So one of the questions here was from Prime Gaming Alex G. He's asking, are there other game modes being developed at the moment?
Yes, we are working on a temporary game mode now, on a temporary one.
Ooh, but you cannot share more info, right?
Yes, this will be a secret.
Is it connected to any specific event potentially, or is it more like just like anything at all that we can squeeze out of you?
What event we will have? We usually have in autumn.
Do you want me to say it, or are you going to say it?
We are working on a temporary game mode for Halloween.
Yay!
Yay.
Excellent. I can't look. Chat. We heard one or two details about this already, and it sounds amazing. Should be good fun.
Yeah, there is a question. Temporary, something like the April event. Yes, basically short-term game mode.
Yeah. So let's start the first quiz. So this quiz is going to be about Gamescom, right? Many of you said, "Hey, I've been at Gamescom." So now is the time for you to prove you know about World of Warships at Gamescom. For the winning person of this quiz, we have a little VIP bonus code from Gamescom, which you will be able to receive afterwards. So we'll be in touch on how to get that to you. This is for the winner. So the quiz is really simple. It's going to be just 5 questions. You have 20 seconds to answer it, right? The faster you answer the question, the more points you get. If you answer incorrectly, you get negative points. So this is you can't Google it because you lose time, but you can't guess. So you kind of have to know. We'll see how it goes. So we're going to start the quiz, and everybody on Twitch should be seeing it pop up soon. And we can actually... they even have an instruction image now, but I think we've already shown you. So there you go. There's the rules for the quiz.
Yes.
And we'll start the game. So, what year was Gamescom first held in Cologne? Was it 1998, 2009, 2012, or 2007? Shonai, what's your guess?
I don't know. 2007.
Okay. Chris?
Oh god, in Cologne?
Yes.
Oh god, I would say 2009.
Taki?
I would be inclined to agree with 2009.
Okay. Well, we'll just wait for players to catch up.
Yes, let's see.
And then I can reveal it. Well, you of course need to wait for everybody to have clicked the answer. Otherwise, we'll give it away. So the correct answer is indeed 2009.
Yay!
Which is not the most popular answer. But 2007, it was still called Games Convention and was held in Leipzig in Eastern Germany. Cool. Next question.
And 2012, I was already there, so
In which year did we show World of Warships at Gamescom for the first time? Was it 2013, 2011, 2015, or 2014? The first time we ever showed you World of Warships at Gamescom. This was actually also the first time that anybody outside of the studio could play World of Warships. And I remember looking at the infographic earlier, a maximum wait time was 180 minutes. That's 3 hours.
I remember the queues. It was
to play
fun.
one game. It went around the booth, and then we got in trouble for blocking all the corridors with our queue. Good fun. Good fun. So, and the correct answer is, I guess I'm not going to ask staff, they know this. 2014, 533 of you guessed it correctly, or knew. Excellent.
Yay.
Okay, let's have a look. Next question. So, next question is, what game mode did players play the first time World of Warships was shown at Gamescom 2014? Was it team battles, random battles, a PvE scenario, or co-op? Were you there? Chris, I know you weren't there, right?
The first one, no.
No. Shonai, do you know?
No.
What would be your guess?
I guess either team battle or random battle. I don't remember how the modes were renamed at that time.
Okay. Well, this was actually so far back in development that we actually didn't have team battles or random battles. We actually let people play a custom PvE scenario versus bots. The first ever operation was the first thing that people were ever able to play.
And it was actually a very nice, very fun scenario, like escorting carriers and increasing waves of enemies. So it was very nice representation of the
Yeah, I remember feedback was really good from people. Let's have a look at the scores right now. So, contestant number 869 is currently leading. So, guys, it's really important that you click on the quiz kit and give it permission and enable it. If you don't give the quiz kit permission, we won't get your nickname, which means we cannot deliver your prize. You can still do this, and we'll update later.
Yes.
But please remember to do this. Let's go.
Yeah, guys, but one thing I want to highlight. Please
next question.
Put
Sorry,
your answer in chat. Just click.
Oh, yeah. Question is: what was the most played ship during the 2014 Gamescom demo? Was it the Fubuki, the Congo, the Pensacola, or the Nagato? What would the players play the most? I dug deep for this one.
Yes. So, guys, you need to interact with the extension on the screen. So you need to click on it. Don't type it in chat. It won't count if it's in chat.
You can type in chat as well, but it won't actually help you participate in the quiz. You need to look at your screen and you need to click on the quiz.
So let's see.
So, Shonai, what do you think players enjoyed
I
played
guess
the most?
Conga.
Congo?
Yeah, my guess is Conga.
Incorrect. Nagato was the most popular ship.
Yeah.
Because it's got big guns, man.
Well, it's also Congo wasn't really included because there was a limited selection of ships. But yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense. Battleship.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Angry Ice Cream Man says, I missed every question so far. Maybe the last one will, be the one you get right.
Maybe, yes. Unfortunately, we don't have a prize for the worst score. Which we should think about maybe in future.
Maybe
you
next
can
time.
show people one more time quickly how to on your screen bring it up how to give permission to the extension.
Oh, I don't see because I'm on the official channel, I think.
It should still pop up for you. And then we'll go to the final question for this here quiz, and we shall see who's the winner. Question number 5. How many ships were sunk over the duration of the 2014 Gamescom demo? Was it 8,234, 4,732, 6,511, or 2,359? What do you think, Shonai? How many ships did people sink? 5 days of Gamescom.
6,000.
Kusados?
Oh, God. During Gamescom, I would also go for 6.5. Yeah.
6.5? Taki?
I'd go for the 8,000.
Okay, well, Taki's wrong.
Aye.
It is indeed 6,511 ships that were sunk during the 5 days of Gamescom. Cool. So, I really hope you guys gave the quiz kid permission. Otherwise, it doesn't have permission to give us your Twitch nickname. So you can still participate, but we can't give you a
statistic.
prize.
I cannot believe you have the data. Well, Mr. Conway did some digging.
We have a lot of data.
I would say we have a lot of data, but can I just say it was actually not that difficult because after the Gamescom we published an infographic that had this information on it, so it's actually very easy to Google.
Manic Mike says, "Well done, me. Got all wrong." Yeah, but look, this is the Gamescom part, right? We also just have a regular World of Warships quiz.
So contestant number 442 won with 74,755 points, but we can't give you a prize because you didn't enable give permission to QuizKit. So we will have to give it probably to Mr. STFL.
STFL?
Congratulations.
Stuffel.
Could you make a note of STFL?
Okay.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. That concludes this
Yes,
segment.
I think what we have to do, so Chad, what we're going to do for the future, we will record a short video of how to do this, how to participate, so you can all participate, because just dropping the number in chat, for example, like for the last question, won't make you participate. You need to click on the image. On the screen, the extensions, this is one of the coolest features that Twitch offers, in my opinion. It can have extensions where you can just interact with the screen, you can just click, and that's all you have to do.
Yeah,
enable the
fantastic.
extension, which should actually be enabled by default, and then you just click on the answer you think is correct.
Yep.
And Mr. Conway, can you just quickly switch camera fully to me?
Yes, and we will be using this extensively during our anniversary stream because we want to do a bit of a quizmania with you. So get it sorted until then. We will record a short video. I think we can do this.
Yeah.
You want the camera on you, Taki?
Yes.
Fully on you?
Well,
All the way.
Taki, what you doing?
I'm
it actually
showing
looks
off
like
the
Yamato now.
finished hull of Yamato. And I think that's where it ends for today, because now I will have to go full-time in chat for the questions. But that concludes the part one of the guide.
Do we want to do some questions?
Yes.
Before the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
No, the
So,
second quiz we'll do later.
I mean, so there will be, like, this is one of the main questions we usually get in the last few weeks, months. So I just have to ask it. I know the answer, but this time you get to say it. So we have Hayden is asking, Italian battleships when?
I remember the answer which Sabactavian gave in this spring to the same question. He said like, so should I choose burger or pasta this year? And I guess rather soon.
So, look, we want Italian BBs in the game, and as soon as we have news on this, we will let you know. But you need to give us some time.
Look, we can definitely confirm, yes, Italian battleships will come to the game. But you know that the next line we're going to be releasing is a line of American battleships. And the line that's going to be coming after that is something
Is
we're
not
going
yet
to be
announced.
talking about soon. You know how our release schedule goes. We're probably going to have to talk about this. It's not that far away, right? Should be in a couple of weeks that we're going to talk about the next line.
Probably.
Around 4 weeks, or maybe
Yes.
a bit earlier.
Probably, maybe, possibly around the time of our anniversary. We can,
But yeah,
be good
a bit
opportunity.
patience and you will learn everything.
Yes.
So one of the other very popular questions from Murmurdania, he's asking, or she's asking, please bring odd tier CVs back. Do we have any news on odd tiered CVs?
No, we regrettably don't have any news about those CVs which were removed. However, if and when they will be added, most probably they will be also added on the even tiers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then Timmy.
There's
Oh, sorry. Because I already copied a lot of questions, so I'll just go through them. So Timmy's asking, when are we going to get all the operations back? Because there's still a few missing from the CV rework.
Regrettably, I can't tell you because there are no news at the moment regarding missing operations.
And then we would have, there's a very, very perfect related question from Vasily, because he also has a question about operations. He's asking, I still want more PvE content, but I understand your point of why you're not prioritizing it at World of Warships. Could you please just give more context for the rest of the guys why we're currently not developing new operations?
Each operation takes a lot of time and effort to create because it involves not only player behavior, like when you get a lot of players in one place, then all the flow of battle is dictated by only their behavior. And when you work on operation on PvE content, you have to consider reaction of AI to players' behavior. And you have to create something what is replayable. You have to create something what is interesting, and at the same time, it also should be rather like not only interesting but also challenging. And balancing all these things, and while keeping the behavior of the AI look not so artificial, is quite a challenge, which requires more resources than it's usually thought. So this is the answer, probably.
Yes, and keep in mind that only a very small fraction of the player base is actually playing PvE content. So this is why we're prioritizing PvP at the moment, which doesn't mean that there might not be more PvE content in the future. So, but it's just currently with all the things going on, our focus is not on PvE.
Yeah, there's a question here from Mooney who's asking, can we have better skill trees? Right now it's very straight, especially for CVs. There's no choice. Mooney, I believe we're going to be talking about captain skills very, very soon. Yeah. Like, just keep your eyes out in the dev blog. There will be some news on it very shortly. I'm going to be doing some testing.
Medox77 is asking, are there any new syncing animations planned?
As you may know, we've announced updated effects in the devlog, like on the previous week, if I remember correctly, and we've mentioned improvements to the visual effects, including syncing effects. Yes.
Cool.
They will be distinguished by the cause of destruction, at least.
Cool. Emperor Konagami is asking how to highlight a question. You can just use on Twitch, because you're on Twitch, you can use the channel points that you earn just by watching this channel to highlight messages, and then they will be, there are two ways to highlight your message. If you want to highlight a message to us, you can write at World of Warships, which will highlight it to us in our own chat. And if you want to highlight it for everybody, you can use the channel points feature, which will basically give it a pink background color.
And if you're super amazing, you can use the channel points feature and the at World of Warships for like an extra visual overload on our side. And we do actually tend to prioritize the highlighted messages more, because it means they're asked by people who watch our channel regularly, and we do like rewarding that.
Yeah.
So
there's a cool question here from Renion. He's asking, will the daily steel missions continue in September? That's a good question. Do you have an answer for this?
I need to dig it up a bit because yes, still in daily missions was an experiment which we've run during summer, and we need to evaluate the results of this experiment. So I'm not sure that I will be able to provide you a quick answer to this.
Okay, but then we'll check internally and try to give you an answer maybe on the forums tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, then we have a question that I haven't seen before, which is a nice surprise to see. Das Holzbein is asking, when will we get more non-damage related achievements, or I guess also new achievements in general? Do we have any plans for that?
Not in the closest time. We have some ideas regarding achievements and had them for a rather long time, but for now they are backlogged.
Okay. And Koopy has a more general question. How long does it take to develop a brand new ship?
Depends on the ship itself, but overall it takes about 1 to 1.5 years. We start working with searching for proper materials like drawings, schemes, photographs, etc. In about 1.5 year before the release of the ship. Probably the longest thing in development of the ship is making the 3D model. It may take from like 4 to 6 months for a destroyer to almost 9 months for huge battleships or carriers.
In terms of like man hours, right? We're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about like when we have a person whose ongoing project is making of this 3D model, and then he spent the 3D model will be ready in like half a year.
Yeah. Then, here's a question from World of Warships Lord Crafty. He's asking about a potential fix for the autopilot because it's still very clunky for CVs. Do we have any plans for improvements?
Yes, we have plans for improvements of autopilot and for, but I'm not sure about the ETA of it. But yes, we know about the issues with autopilot and we are planning them.
Yeah, Sin MPPA has a comment here. He says he's 128 steel away from Stalingrad. Don't you dare take my missions away.
I feel your pain, man.
Shaki 1984 is asking, still no news about the possibility to buy plush torpedoes.
Ooh, yes. So the news is that we are currently actively working on producing plush torpedoes for you to sell. Hopefully for a good cause. We actually, like literally today, shipped our existing torpedoes to a company to look at them to see if we could reproduce them for you guys to purchase.
Not in the very near future, but we have a plan, and we hope it's going to work. So we can bring you torpedoes like this one or like this beauty in the background to you, because we would love to give you that opportunity.
So we'll let you know when we have an update here.
Here was also a question about the very, very, very popular 3 versus 3 ranked sprint that is currently going on. A lot of people already ranked out. And T. Brandis was asking, hey, will this stay or will it come more often? Because he really loves that mode.
I have to give this a resounding +1. It only took me 17 battles, which was a bit of a shame because I really enjoyed it. But please more. 1v1. 1v1. Give me 1v1 back.
It took me about 21 battle, if I remember correctly, in Georgia.
1v1 tier 1?
Georgia heresy. You have to pommel your way through it.
I don't have pommel.
Knifed is asking, if it takes that long to make a ship, how many ships are you able to make for the game in one go? So I guess he means like how many ships are being worked on simultaneously?
Several. Usually, so for example, we usually work on a branch simultaneously and several other ships, or maybe even a couple of branches. So our planning horizon is about more than a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And after the 3D model is done, then it's passed to our game designers, who then introduce it to the game engine. So the 3D model, which is made in this long term, is not an in-game model, which has armor structure, which has parameters of guns, etc., etc. And this separation also takes quite a while.
Okay.
Here's a question from Don Ruben. He's asking, how long can I buy the Pommern? Is the Pommern still in the premium shop? So actually, the Pommern is going to be in the premium shop for another 7 days, if I recall correctly. And that's for the premium shop. If you want to get it, for example, for Cole, it's in the armory. It's going to stay in the armory for quite a while, so you still have time to get it. And we will inform you in advance whenever we remove a ship from the armory for the resources like coal or steel. I will give you a warning in advance.
Yep. 99, 699, 799, 1 is asking, will we see more flags for sale for a charity like we had for USS Batfish? I think this is something that we are not going to be doing too often. I think if this is something that you do too often, it'll get old and people won't be interested and people won't purchase it. And we do love supporting museums. We work with museums all around the world. So I'm sure we will have more of these events in future, but like I said, this is not something we're going to be doing every day. It needs an occasion, and we need a good idea, and it also has to be something that our community is passionate about for it to work, in my opinion.
Yeah. Lollyboat was asking about is the Champagne coming back? So the Champagne is not a ship that is on one of our naughty ship lists, like the Belfast. So I don't think there's any reason why she wouldn't come back, but I don't know when she's going to come back. So you'll just have to pay a bit attention to the portal, and whenever she's either coming to the armory or going to be back in the shop, we'll obviously let you know.
There are also several other ships like Champagne, which are okay balance-wise, but they are not sold at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with HMCS Maple Syrup, who's asking, we need to ask Shonai the important question. What is his favorite Azure Lane ship girl?
Oh my.
What?
Your favorite Azure Lane ship girl?
Just ask it properly. What's your waifu? It's okay.
Now we understand.
I'm married.
To what girl?
She's also working in Wargaming in St. Petersburg.
Okay, so you cannot officially talk. Is she watching? It's okay. You
Come
don't
on.
have to talk.
You have to be
know.
able to pick one of one of your favorite ships, and you can also tell us why it is Admiral Hipper.
It takes. I'm not that familiar with the look of all Azure Lane commanders, so I won't be able to properly answer this one. They're all good in a way.
Chat, so now it's your chance to actually tell us what is your waifu.
Oh my.
Xendark had a question about
Rip
what
chat.
happened to the black and other steel ships. So what happened to these ships is that we removed them from the armory for steel, but we told you they're going to come back for coal later on. But there's going to be at least a 6-month window between us taking them out of the armory before they will reappear for coal. So you just have to wait a bit. And I don't remember when we took them out, or do you remember, Shonai? I think like 4 months ago. So that time where they could potentially come back is getting closer.
We've taken them from the armory around 09 to 093. So yes, the initial borderline was set as at least 6 months, but of course we will notify when they will be coming back.
And a bit of a different comment here from Serpens Nox CH. He's saying, hey, no question, but thanks for your work and providing us with this game. Even if not always everyone is agreeing with your decisions, me included. Thank you. Thank you very much as well. I know we're not perfect, right? But we try to do our very best to provide you with a cool game that works for everybody. And also to be here, and answer your questions and address your concerns. And I hope you enjoy, being part of this community and being here with us.
Crusader OC09 is asking, can you recommend an interesting tree to dive into? So, Shonai, what tree would you recommend? What's an interesting tree for you?
German battleships and Soviet battleships for sure.
Vanilla.
I really like Berlin battleships. I have the most pleasure playing close and playing aggressively.
Me too. If you want a recommendation from my side, I can absolutely recommend European destroyers. They are a whole load of fun. The playstyle is very, very different. And it's just, when you have that battle where it works and you get your 30 torpedo hits and you just, it can be very, very glorious. You can really make the enemy cry. Die Keule 50 is asking, what about night battles? Is there anything in the works for night battles?
As far as I remember, no. Night battles as a mechanic was something which introduced us the limited vision, the distance at which you can see enemies, and now we have such mechanic in form of weather, both cyclone and thunderstorm front. So as a mechanic, probably no, and developing a night map, a night fight takes it takes you to make another lightning, so like a completely other map should be developed in terms of technical stuff.
Somebody's asking, what is Mr. Conway's real name?
Someone is his father.
Okay, my real name is Luke. Don't dox me.
Yes.
I'll ban your account.
Akitanko had an interesting question here. He says he recently started playing the game on PC. He actually plays the game usually on console. Does he have to be afraid that he can't get George in time? He's currently sitting in 90k coal. So Akitanko, in general, when it comes to us taking ships out of the armory, we will give you usually, I would say, around roughly 2 updates pre-warning that a ship might be leaving the armory, but I think right now Georgia is still fine, and we don't have plans to remove her in the foreseeable future. If that changes, we'll let you know. But you should still have some time. My recommendation to you: play on a daily basis to get your daily containers. Pick the more resources one. If there's like an activity like ranked sprint, go play that because it usually rewards you with coal, and it's a nice way to just have a steady income of coal and make sure to be able to buy whatever you want.
Yep. Nawak I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry. He would like to know if we have any plans for larger battles like World of Tanks did with their big game modes and getting more ships on the map.
No, we don't have such plans, and the reason is pure technical, because first of all, in our game, our engine always constantly checks the line of vision between ships, and each added ship will drastically increase the amount of checks which should be done, and we would like to keep performance of our client at a good rate. So adding at least like 3 ships per each team will result in a noticeable performance drop. And also one of the adding more ships will also influence the amount of influence each individual player has on the battle. Though it may look cooler, it would be only possible as a temporary event, and having something very performance how it's called?
Heavy?
Yeah, performance heavy for a temporary event, it sounds a bit strange.
So
Yeah.
then we have a few.
I was just going to say, you have to remember tanks are much, much more simple, right? They go in one direction and they have one gun.
Yeah.
Like you can probably, like, if you for some of our ships, right, they have more guns a single ship than an entire battle of World of Tanks.
So I have a few quick questions I can answer. So Zombie on World Warships is asking, will Enterprise ever return to the store, or if not, when will it be possible to get it next from crates? So actually, currently with the summer sale, you were actually able to get the aircraft carrier containers, which can drop the Enterprise. Whether it's going to come back to the store as a regular ship, I would say unlikely, but never say never. And I hope that answered your question. And take a look at the summer sale if you want to get a chance to get it potentially from crates. Otherwise, Santa gift containers might be coming back during Santa's time, right? Yep. There was a question. Sorry, I just have like 3 questions.
No, go. You go.
Grim T Reaper was asking about when will warships get ray tracing support, if ever. Currently not planned because it only affects a very, very small part of our user base. If that changes, we'll let you know, but at least it's not on our foreseeable future roadmap. And there were plenty of questions about will Jean Bart, Musashi, and so on, will they ever come back to the armory? So I don't know. I wouldn't expect them to return anytime soon because Jean Bart, for example, was just like the Smolensk, removed from the armory because they were too popular and have a certain effect on the matchmaking. So that's why we removed them from now. They might come back at a later point, but we don't know when and how. So unfortunately, the only thing I can tell you is stay tuned. And if anything changes about this, we'll let you know. And of course, also tell you here on our streams.
There was now a question, I missed the nick as it was passing through, but shouldn't the roadmap be replaced with waterways? Maybe.
Okay.
We should
We
make this comment for the next roadmap. Yes.
And Wadenbeißer, 1971, he was asking, please tell us things about the spotting mechanic from the CVs, please. So if you paid attention to the development blog, we are currently running a test where we changed how CVs are going to interact with ships and their detectability, depending on whether the ships have their AA turned on or turned off. So this is currently a test we're running. We don't have any results yet that we could share, but this is something we want to try to see how we can give ships a better choice between going for using your AA and shooting down planes, or rather relying on detectability and making it harder for the CV to deploy their strikes. So this is a test we're running at the moment, and Shonai, correct me if I'm wrong, we don't have any news on this yet, right?
No, we don't have any news, but the most important part here is that it's at least second or third conception which we test in regards to the spotting mechanics from CVs and detectability of ships by planes. So you may be sure that we also don't think that the current situation is completely fine, and we are searching for a suitable way which will be approved by testers and testing, which will help us to improve the interaction between CVs and surface ships.
Yeah. Midnight Spec 5 is asking, will the premium shop ever support being able to purchase more than one product at a time? It's possible. I think we got this feedback the other day. I think it was during Warhammer, where it was a bit annoying with having to purchase things individually. And this is something we hope to be able to add in future, but I can't make any promises yet. There was one more question from Special Forces who said, I owned an Enterprise before CV rework, but sold it in frustration. Is there a way I can get it back from a collector's point? Absolutely. Yes. If you go to our customer support portal, you will be able to use our ship restoration tool to just get it back. All you need to make sure that you have the amount of credits that you got at its sale ready in port, because they get deducted, and a free port slot, and you just get it back. Absolutely.
Saihu, I came here for free loot, but I will settle for Mr. Conway sinking.
We will get to the sinking. We will, of course, play the game in a little bit, right? We wanted to ask Sean some questions at the beginning of the stream because, of course, St. Petersburg is in the future. So it is already quite late, and it's also further up north, so it gets dark, and we, don't want him to have to go home in the dark.
When it's summer, then...
That's true. It says the opposite.
Yes. When it's brighter now.
Do you still have white nights, or is it over already?
We have the dawn around 9 p.m. or something like that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, white nights are in June, usually, right?
White nights are June. Now it's already too late. Slasher79, I would love to be able to disable my long range AA on DDs and just leave the short range enabled. It would be very useful. Well, with it's all part of the situational awareness. After all, it's just one button click. So generally, I just turn on the AA when the planes come into spotting distance. But
there's a question here from Richard, and I also saw some German questions about this. What about the submarines? So the submarines, we released a lot of information about this. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago, about what we're planning to change in terms of how we envision submarines and how they interact with other classes, including a lot of your feedback that you provided us with. And thank you very much for being so active and sharing your thoughts about the submarines and the integration with us. And now we have to put it into a test, make it work, and then share it with you. So we're working on it actively, and we don't have any news when this is going to happen, Shonai, right?
Yeah, it's a good question.
But we'll let you know, guys. We're working on this. We are just as eager as you are, and we're doing our very best to make sure it's balanced and fun to play both submarines and against submarines. And there's an interesting question that I'll just hand over to Shonai. Serpent is asking, any comments about the rumor to add missiles as armament and smoke planes?
Missiles?
Missiles and smoke planes. Yes, I don't know where these rumors are coming from, but they're not coming from us.
I think we tested missiles, didn't we?
Yeah, we tested missiles internally quite a long time ago.
A long time ago,
yeah. It was like 2016. And we scrapped the concept and smoke plates.
Smoke plates? Like, this is actually a historical thing.
Planes. I heard plates and was like, imagine what could it be. Smoke planes, I don't know about any even internal test of this mechanic now.
There is a question from King TS01. There are 46 ships with radar in the game. I have no issue with radar which stops sparking. My issue is with it is cumulative, where in matchups you have too many ships with radar, so the mechanic is continual, like clan or random play. Can it be limited in ship type or duration time? I mean, we have a lot of questions about radar all the time, especially from destroyer drivers, so...
So
Yeah.
yes, let's talk about more in depth about radar. So first of all, we have to remember that radar as a mechanic is part of ship's balance settings, and if ship has a radar, then she lacks something. So it's like when you have, like, I don't know, when one of the two ships has more, they have to be balanced, and one has radar, then the other one will have either torpedoes or more guns or better guns or something like that. Second point is that radar as a mechanic is something which is usable in a limited amount of situations, and it gives you an upper hand in also a limited amount of situations. It is indeed usable when you, for example, approach to a key area or scout something or scout for an enemy, or you have a destroyer in smokes. But for example, in other situations, other consumables or other settings may be and will be more effective and usable. And another thing that radar provides you an information. It doesn't give you, for example, raw stats. It doesn't give you better, I don't know, accuracy, better fire rate, or like the second set of torpedoes which you can launch. And using this information to get an upper hand in battle also requires some skill, some dedication, and some team support. And countering the radar is also a team effort. So, for example, when you see that there are a lot of radar ships on the enemy side, then you could, if you're a destroyer, then of course rushing to the key area is not the best idea. And getting some support from the team, encouraging them to support you, staying a bit far away from the key areas, or providing support to your destroyer when, for example, it should, just the easiest example, if you're a battleship and you feel that your destroyer would be punished by radar cruisers around the key area, first of all, just talk to the destroyer, and second thing, try to provide him the covering fire against those cruisers. So overall, I hardly believe that we will have a limit on number of radar ships, for example, and that also relates to the matchmaking considering radar ships, and even distribution of radar ships with radar, because if there is a problem with radar ships, then these problems should not be solved using the matchmaking system, but it should be solved via ships themselves. And according to our stats, overall radar ships are fine balance-wise.
Thank you for that in-depth answer.
Thank you.
I have a few questions I can answer quite quickly. So Ragnar Roadblock was asking, are there any new ship classes considered for implementation? So the one big ship class we're considering for implementation right now is submarines. Any other new ship class, we don't have anything planned at the moment. If that changes, we'll let you know. But for now, it's going to be submarines as a new ship class, and that's it. There was also a question from Kriegsmarine about the Brandenburg. We don't have any news for the Brandenburg, and I wouldn't expect any news for the Brandenburg in quite a while, just to manage your expectations about this. And Freecon was asking about, hey, when are we going to get a free captain skill point reset? So this is not planned in the foreseeable future. We provided this, for example, for clan battles, when clan battles didn't have any CVs and players had to switch their complete builds from left to right. But this is not the case anymore because most CVC seasons by now have also CVs in there. So there's no need to actually change this because you have a complete class missing from the mode. So not planned for the foreseeable future that I am aware of. And low speed Hydrak. Sorry, I just rolling through these questions because they're easy to answer.
I'm just going to relax, sit back. It's like, Shona, how are you doing?
Yeah. Can we please get more permanent campaigns? They are great fun in earlier times as a new player and as a 4-year player. I'd love to see more of them. The next update, our anniversary update, will bring you a new permanent campaign that you can just play and get as the final reward our new epochal special tier 9 camouflage, permanent camouflage that you can apply to any tier 9 ship, except for the Azulane.
There is a question from Azure Orak. What do you think about the current state of British cruisers, heavy cruisers? They are currently very lackluster. Could they use a buff with their shell velocity or a new consumable?
Well,
so
look-
how are they doing?
But I think we'll let Chrysanthos play them later, and then you can decide whether or not they're.
I mean,
they're
shouldn't I please answer this, and then I'll just add my very personal private opinion
Yes.
on this.
You don't like British heavy cruisers?
I love them.
He loves them,
Like,
and
this
he
is one of
consist-
the things where I feel like it's a bit of a conflict of when people are asking for ships that are just good all-rounders, which I think personally the UK heavy cruisers are, and when people are asking for ships that are very good at something specific. And we have ships that cater to this, right, that are more specific, have special gimmicks, and the UK cruisers don't really have that except for maybe the heel, but they're really decent all-rounders, and especially the 234mm guns, they hurt so much. So I can only recommend you to play them if you like a kind of all-rounder cruiser. If you expect them to do something explicitly well compared to other cruisers, then they're probably not the right pick for you as the first thing to go for. But
Yes.
I like the Goliath in particular, holy moly, that ship is very strong.
You see, I've only asked if you like those ships, and you've answered it. You've answered the whole question.
Yeah.
But yes, I have to agree with.
I do like them, to answer yours.
I have to agree with Chrysanthos. Yes, these ships, balance-wise, are fine. They are simple in a form of they don't have many specific things, as Chrysanthos said, many gimmicks. These are just pure stats ships. Like you have to rely on your guns, on your mobility, and on your heal. That's it. Just as simple as that.
Yes, and Suicide Squid is saying you can't get to use the guns because you've just took 6 citadels from one salvo. Pro tip for you:
Angle?
don't show broadside,
Dodge?
dodge. Like play it a bit on range, and then towards the end of the battle or the middle of the battle, even when the field clears up a bit more, you can actually go in and get a bit closer. But in the beginning, I would stay a bit more on range.
Goliath strong. Ha! What are you guys smoking? Well, you will see when the guys start playing.
I don't know. Like I just like my personal opinion is that ship is very, very, very strong. And if you take a look at least the very good players that are playing this ship, they can get a lot out of it. There was also a question for asymmetric battles, which you were able to play on the public test server, because that's a specific event mode we're going to have for the anniversary. And Shippa Hotep was asking, hey, if this is popular, is there a chance to maybe see that game mode later on in the game, for example, as a permanent or event mode or something similar?
I highly doubt that this thing will be a permanent game mode. It may, however, return in future, but that depends on the results of the first appearance of the mode. But usually such things as, for example, Rogue Wave, asymmetric battles, or even so beloved 3-on-3 and 1-on-1 ranked sprints, such things are good when they are short. Primarily because you may get like literally get tired of the same gameplay which you have in this mode. They are fun, they are very interesting, but this works for a short period of time.
Okay, and then I have a perfect question for Mr. Conway. Hold Me, Love Me is asking, any King of the Sea news?
Any King of the Sea news?
Yes.
So
That's an
I mean,
easy one, right?
we literally just, I think, like about 2 hours ago, published the portal article on King of the Sea 11, and you'll find all of the news on all 4 regions right on the portal. So yes, King of the Sea 11 is kicking off. Sign-ups actually open tomorrow. So if you want to participate, get your teams ready and make sure you sign up tomorrow, because first come, first served. And even though EU is now at like 112 slots, I think we have in total for teams, those fill up. So don't dawdle. Get ready and get in.
Yes.
There was a question here from my turn.
No. I want to add
no.
on this question because I'm sure that a lot of you are waiting to finish your King of the Sea collection. So you will be able to progress, and if you got all of the containers during the last King of the Sea tournament, and you're planning on getting all of them for this tournament as well, you can actually finish that collection or at least progress. So
Yes.
Just to answer this question, because I know a lot of you have that
Yes,
question.
and this information is also, of course, included in said articles. You will find exactly where you can get how many of the King of the Sea collection containers. So there was a question here from Death Dingo, Death Dingo TV, who's asking. He's living in Australia, playing on Southeast Asian server, and he's moving back to USA next year. Will he be able to transfer his account? So we'll have to see. We did one account transfer action. Last year, this year?
Last year.
End of last year,
End of
right?
last year.
And so there is a chance we might do this again. This is not something that we offer as like a common service, but potentially we can do another like transfer wave. We'll have to see.
Oh, and here's a question from Sarif Amoun, and he's asking for an update on the FDR. We don't have one. I'm sorry. I know you're waiting to get news.
Everybody's asking, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
very
what is going to
frequent
be
question.
available, when is it going to be available? We can't tell you yet. We just today released some balancing changes, and FDR was affected by one of them, but it looks like it's getting closer to its final state, and then we'll have to see when we can actually implement it. So give us a bit of time, and then don't worry, we will pester Shonai and his team about when we're allowed to tell you guys for what resource it will be available.
So Rulb 27 is asking, question from Mr. Conway: how many co-op games do I need to play to become a community engagement lead? That's a very good question. Let me see how many co-op games I've played, and I can give you a rough idea. So I've played 154 co-op games, of which I've lost 2, embarrassingly. But so 150. Unfortunately, it's not the only qualification. You also need to be really bad at OBS and setting up the correct buttons on the stream. But once you get all of that together, you have a good chance. You're basically shoo-in. Already hired. Welcome on board.
24_Prince_24 is asking, are CV spotting mechanics going to be modified with a delay like radar ships? So should I please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is currently
We've
not
tested
planned.
it.
We've tested it.
If I remember correctly, we've tested it. Yes.
Yes, but we didn't like it. And this is why, if you take a look at the latest dev blog posts regarding CVs, we're testing something else, where the detectability of ships is significantly reduced if your A is turned off, which would have a kind of similar effect of, you're going to be definitely later spotted, but it's based on a different mechanic that is also easier to understand. So just take a look at it and let us know what you think.
Yeah. So a question here from Mythic X is asking, why are we getting all of this made-up stuff instead of ships that actually existed? That's a good question. You want to go, shall I? You go. You look like you have something to say.
You can if you wish, but
So, I mean, there are a couple of different considerations. First of all, the amount of historical ships that were built and existed is limited, right? Yes, there were a lot of them, and I'm sure we could implement like all 184 Fletcher-class destroyers, but they'd all be Fletcher-class destroyers. So the actual amount of different ships that are like significantly different in their possible gameplay setup is actually limited. And if we were to focus on all of those, we would probably already be done. And that would be a bit sad because we'd have none of the historical ships to look forward to. So we intersperse it a little bit because we have the opportunity and the chance here to breathe life into ships that didn't get built for various reasons, right? Some of them were laid down and didn't get completed. Some of them, never made it past the drawing board. But because we have such good access to archives around the world and documents, and we've really spent time researching this stuff, we know the things that were kind of in planning, that were being planned to build. So we have an opportunity to add this, right? Ultimately, we're a game. And yes, we're a historically focused game, but mostly we want people to have fun. And so we try and add ships that are maybe a bit different, and that's why we have to go into the the paper box, into the blueprints and the plans and the projects a lot.
Additionally, there were a lot of cases where like the shipbuilding development was interrupted for country X by various things, be it in some cases losing the war and just having to rebuild completely, or being even banned from building warships, or even just budget reasons, like in between wars nobody wanted to spend huge amounts of money on new battleships and stuff. So basically you would have, let's say, battleships up to tier 5 then you would have a gap of several tiers, and then you can maybe have the tier 8, and then again nothing. So, like, yeah, we have to somehow fill in the tech tree. If you remember, back at the very very early stages, for example, in the Japanese tech tree, there was this gap between Tenryu and Aoba. The Furutaka was missing, and in time we filled it in. So yeah, that's the thing. Like,
So I have a question here from Prisma.
I also see this.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
He's
Okay, go.
asking, Conway was written on the whiteboard behind Shonai. What is written in front of Conway? Fired, maybe?
no, it's buff.
Yeah.
It's
This
just
is,
Blake.
the thing is, right? Because somebody has to do all of this stuff here. Inevitably, some of it goes wrong, and because I'm the one who does all of it, like I get the blame. It's fine.
It
I
adds
live with
character to the stream, and we love it.
Yes, and you know what? Actually, it's not too bad. I think our streams are, I would watch my stream if I wasn't on it.
You're actually watching your stream right now.
Yes. There's a question here from Raxos, and I don't know if you will be able to answer this, but maybe this is actually something that we can get a specialist on board for a stream. He's out saying, I've heard a myth that certain, or myth, rumor, whatever, slander maybe, that a certain Russian battleship made based on paper designs would flip over if it was ever actually put in the ocean because of its armor layout and the weight distribution. Now, I don't think, Shona, you probably can't say anything to this, right?
I can when
You
we
can?
yes, to a certain degree, but
You have a secret dockyard
Secret
in
document,
St.
yeah.
Petersburg where you
Yeah.
build the Kremlin and try to see whether it's floating. Yeah.
First of all, yes, the ship wasn't done in metal, but when we create our ships, we usually approach them with an idea that they should be floaty. I guess that's the right word.
Unless they're submarines.
Yeah, that's a bit embarrassing if a submarine is too floaty.
Yeah. And as for Kremlin, yes, the ship has some. The ship has rather low deck and it has rather weighty turrets, but I'm not sure that it will turn over just as soon as it moves to water.
I am under the impression that we actually have a naval engineer in the team, right?
We have several of them.
Several of them, but maybe we should actually do this. Maybe we should actually get one of those guys on board and have a little like theory. If we can find someone that feels comfortable, speaks English, to do a little bit of talk about this aspect of things, because we do have to go back and we have to, like a paper ship that was never built. We'll have to kind of model it and see what happens. But I am generally under the impression that we check this for feasibility, because we have people, we employ people who can build a ship.
We literally hire people with proper ship engineer education, and those who worked on the shipyard.
Okay, so here's a question from Sunlita, and Sunlita, I've seen your question quite a few times. And in general, chat, like you see there are like 11,000 of you on Twitch alone, plus all of the others on YouTube and Steam. So we're trying to answer as many questions as possible, but there are a lot more of you than us, and you can see we're just answering questions for an hour now. So Sunlita was asking, with the USB line based on old South Dakota designs, is there a chance we're getting a German L20 design based battleship line soon? So
what's
for
the
a question
German L20
like this,
design? What's the German L20 design?
I don't know. Maybe Taki knows. Do you know what the L20 design?
L20 design was basically a late World War I project for basically bigger Bayern, like follow up on Bayern, and it wasn't the construction. Didn't go through, but the Bismarck took a lot from the L20 design. And basically, like, in a very simplified form, a Bismarck is the L20 design with a modern, better propulsion.
Exactly. So, thank you very much, Taki, for providing that info, because I didn't know that. And so, is there a chance? There is a chance. Are we planning to do
always
this?
is a chance.
I don't know.
Not
So
really
you will
possible.
just have to stay tuned for more news about a potential BB line split for German ships in the future. It might be on the table, might not be. We'll have to see. As soon as we have news about upcoming tech trees and lines and splits and so on, as you can see, we're happy to also do that and give you different, kind of play styles even within the same nation. So just give us a bit of time, and I'm sure there will be more German ships in the future.
So like in general, and this is something that I would really like to do, is do a little bit of a stream on German ships. We have a massive collection of beautiful blueprints from the German National Archives, because our customer support specialist is the person in charge, and he's gone to the archives a couple of times to dig up and research. So we've got a lot of really beautiful documents. The only issue is that due to the way the regulations work, these are all copyrighted by the German National Archive.
And they are basically limited with a very specific
very
framework where we
use.
can use them.
And if we wanted to show them on the stream to you, we would have to pay a licensing fee per blueprint. And they haven't really updated their licensing regulations since to give you an idea, you can still pay to have it reproduced on, I think, a floppy disk. So we've reached out to them and we're starting conversation to see if we can do something like this and show you some of those treasures that we have hidden away, because it would be really nice.
Yeah. So I collected a few questions that I can answer very quickly. So I'll do this always sometimes in between. So here's for example, Crepe Tambour Jargui is saying PT boats one day, unlikely, because they don't really fit the scale of our game. But never say never, right? But I think it's just very unlikely. Then we had a comment here from Mr. Conway, a very positive one from War Sniper Gaming NL, who says, Mr. Conway, thank you for the help with my in-game report last week. You're great. So also we need to also not just blame Mr. Conway, but also tell him when he's doing a good job. Can we have more than one CV per division? That was a nice comment, Mr. Conway. Look, he doesn't appreciate the compliment.
No, I didn't.
Agent Jack was asking, when can we have more than one CV per division? This is not planned, and we actually put restrictions into the game on purpose that this is not possible, and we also try our very best to limit the amount of CVs to one per side where possible, and that's actually the perfect setting for our matchmaker would be one per side, and sometimes you will see 2 or 3 on lower to mid tiers. If there are too many CVs in the queue, the matchmaker
You won't
has
see
to do
3.
something with. You won't see 3 anymore. Perfect. Yes.
Zombie Nips 83. Are we going to get a free premium ship like the captured King Tiger in World of Tanks? Well, you can get free premium ships all the time. Like the latest was the Graf Spee in the backyard, and basically
There will be more in future, I'm sure.
No, we give you usually a lot of options to get free ships.
Yeah.
And just pay attention to the events, because we usually tie them to upcoming events.
It's just chat sometimes, right? Bragza says that shy smile from Mr. Conway. He wants his paycheck this week in head pats.
in what?
Chat, what
Pats
you can
on the
can
head,
do me
like-
a favor so that Mr. Conway also feels some love.
No, it's
Don't-
fine, chat.
put
You
in
don't
a
have to-
hashtag we love Conway
No, it has to be
anyway.
natural. It can't be.
It comes natural,
on
like
command.
with a hashtag. Will we ever have subs with planes? Was the question from Gnoma Dixme. So the subs with planes. First of all, we have to implement subs, and this is something we're still quite far away from, because we still have to work on mechanics, balancing, all of these things. So maybe in the future. But just as hybrids for other aspects of the game, let's get the core mechanics right first. Have submarines in the game in a balanced way, and then we can think about such ships, whether we can add them in the future. Does Taki already speak German?
Ja, natürlich.
See, that's the answer. And Urinal Chills has a very cool question. Is there something secret you can tell us? Which is already an that you can tell us that we haven't thought to ask about and you haven't addressed yet. This is a great question.
That is a great question.
It is a great
there
question.
something secret
And
we can talk
the
about?
answer is no.
Well, then
No.
it wouldn't be a secret.
Well, I mean, yes and no. So is there something secret? Yes.
There is definitely something secret.
Then we
Well,
can tell
I
you
think we
no.
can say
No.
That you haven't thought of asking. Yes.
thing is-
that you haven't addressed yet. Yes.
The thing is, right, on Saturday, right, we are going to be showing you one additional thing that we didn't show you today, because we kind of wanted to keep it for the German stream. we are super excited about this because we think
Yes.
it's absolutely. I can spoil what it is, right?
No.
Like
No.
the type of item.
No.
No, it's an
That's
item.
I'm only doing this to also troll Conway.
Maybe the name.
No. now I get to
We
play
can-
the Fun
we-
Police. This
we
is my
can-
first time when
we
I can
can-
play
we can-
Fun Police with Shonai. No, we cannot talk about this.
Yes.
Because usually I get Fun Police like, can we talk
See
about
how
this?
it
Can we
feels?
talk
See
about
how
that?
it
And I
feels?
just
But
say,
anyway,
no,
look,
no.
this is the thing. Like we had this idea, and
Okay.
it's finally come to fruition. And on Saturday, we're going to show it to you, and we absolutely love it. And we have no idea if you'll love it. We hope you will.
Yes.
But if you don't, we'll be very sad. But
So-
I guess I can't really come on Saturday, and we'll show you.
So 2 more questions from my side, and I think then we'll slowly but steadily let Shonai leave and go home because it's actually quite late in not that late yet in St. Petersburg, but it's getting later. So Maxi Rater was asking, hey,
That's why Chrysanthus is in the naughty corner.
yes, is World of Warships does World of Warships have the same design team as World of Warplanes or World of Tanks? And then obviously you like World of Warships better, so I approve of that comment because the other games are not as good. So each of these games is cool to play in its own way and different, but the design teams behind these games are different. So for example, the team that is behind World of Warships is sitting in St. Petersburg. The actual developers that are building the game for World of Tanks and World of Warplanes, they're actually located in Minsk, where these games are developed by separate teams.
World of Warplanes was developed in Kiev.
In Kiev, yeah. See?
Yeah.
And so different teams working on these games. Yes, we are all wargaming and we share our experiences and our ideas and so on, but all of these games have different teams working on them, and this is also why they're different. They might share a similar concept, but in the end, the gameplay is very different. And then, I have a super complicated question that I want Shonai to answer
okay.
because I get this question so often. So, talking
Okay.
about fun from M. Poisoneur, players have the feeling that one-sided games are more frequent. What do your stats say? Anything regarding the matchmaking could lower the frequency of those Steam rolls?
Frequent comment.
I've got this question asked like several times in the past time, and recently we've double-checked the stats. Average duration of battles haven't changed significantly in a year. So it fluctuates between certain values, but they are almost the same for a year. They depend on exact map, on exact battle mode, and of course on tier, but they are mostly the same. And distribution of not only the average value, but also the distribution of length of battle is roughly the same for all this time. It hasn't changed. And we understand that this is not something players like, and if there will be a sign that such battles become more frequent, we will change probably the rules of the battle types or something like that, like we did, for example, in 094, if I remember correctly, with cooperative domination. We've changed the rules so that the battles will last a bit longer.
But generally, even I guess you can watch the King of the Sea when it comes, and you will see that even with the very highly skilled teams, like you often have the situation that basically losing first ships then starts steamroll that just wipes out the entire team without really them being able to do much about it.
Yeah, like
even though they are like on a very high level and stuff, but yeah,
you have to
sometimes
remember,
it just
right?
happens.
If in World of Warships one of your flanks falls, right, and some battleships get through on a flank and they create a crossfire and they suddenly have broadsides to shoot at, your team will not last long. That's just it's the way it is, right? Once a team has the upper hand, and if they use that upper hand well, they can usually follow through on it, and sometimes it can go quite quick.
I only have one comment about this. Don't be afraid to push that W button, guys. You can do it. You don't have to like just because one ship is gone from your side, that doesn't mean you have to retreat and never fight the enemy. Just adapt. Play as a team. Play together. Communicate. Try to react to what the enemy is doing, and then you'll be able to counter it.
So there was a question about from Zerka09. He's asking, if we were in St. Petersburg, could we visit? It's a good question.
For sure.
Really?
Yes.
What would be the process for someone if they were in St. Petersburg to visit? Who do they reach out to?
They should reach out to, for example, me or Vessery. The usual process is that you just have to have your passport with you or any other document. We usually make a small excursion showing how the studio looks inside, who are some of the developers, and what are they. We also ask not to make photos of NDA stuff, and after that we can also have a direct talk as a player with developers. So that's it.
And Evan says, and you need to sign an NDA, and you
Yes.
need to sign over your soul.
Yes, we'll take your first vote.
That's what we did as well.
Yeah.
So there was also a very important message from Clyde. He says, "This is a highlighted message. Thank you for your attention."
Thank you, Clyde.
Thank you, Clyde.
Thank you.
There
thank you.
was a very good use of that.
constructive.
And Playheads was asking about our engine. So he's asking, are you thinking about using the World of Tanks and Encore engine to up the graphics for World of Warships? And this is a quite common question we get. And Shona, I'm happy for you to be here to tell us about this.
Yes, that's quite a common question, and no, we most probably won't use Encore as an engine because our games went in two different ways at a certain point in terms of using engines, and Tanks decided to make that immense one day change, and we prefer not to do that. We would like to have a gradual step-by-step changes and improvements to our visuals. So, for example, in the past year, we've changed lighting on maps in ports. We are working on new effects. We are updating textures, etc.
Yep. There was a question here, by the way, because we were talking about St. Petersburg studio stuff. How big is wargaming? So I think in St. Petersburg, we've got something around 400 to 500 people working on World of Warships Legends, and things we shall not talk about.
It's closer to 600 now.
Closer to 600. Wow. Okay. And globally, I think we are closing in on 5,000 employees.
Roughly, yes.
Yep. Working in like all around the world. We've got offices everywhere and working on lots of interesting, cool projects.
And I saw actually a few questions early in chat about, hey, how are you guys doing, and you're holding up, and is everything okay? So at least from what I know from all my colleagues around the globe, yes, these are very challenging times, and obviously we also need to adapt to the situation, just as every other company out there and as every private person out there. But we are fine.
Yep.
And everybody's safe, so fingers crossed that it stays that way. And thank you for caring. We hope you're safe too out there, and that you stay safe.
Yeah, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot has a weird question. Is the USS Lexington going back on sale for the Comeback Stronger USS Lexington event?
It never was on sale.
USS Lexington is
researchable.
it's a tech tree ship. It's there. Just
Yeah.
get it.
Gunslinger Tylenol is asking, how can I get hired by Wargaming? I'm a web developer. We like you. Web
Yes.
developers are always in high demand.
Yes.
No, seriously, if you're considering starting a job in the gaming industry, and in particular for Wargaming, go check out wargaming.com.
Yes.
Not .net.com, and check out the vacancies that we have for the different offices. Or if you want to work for World of Warships specifically, you should be preparing to pack your bags and leave to St. Petersburg, because that's where our development studio is. But if that's not a problem for you, you can take a look and just apply and see whether there's any role that would fit your requirements and your skill set. But overall, we hire all around the globe.
Do you
so
have
maybe
a
there's something in
particular
between.
skill set?
Gurkse has a question about the Stukas. Will they get the screaming siren? Yes.
Yeah,
we
I
have
think
it.
we said this already before.
I think so,
There was
yeah.
some
I don't think in
technical
any,
thing we're
in
waiting
any
for.
like written communication, but yes, we want to add them.
Cool.
Cool. And Ragnar Roadblock just says, thank you guys for your work. I like the game a lot. Thank you as well.
Raxus says, okay, it's 6 a.m. in the morning here in Middle Earth. I'm heading to bed. Somebody make sure Mr. Conway gets the required headpads for today. He's done a good job.
Yes, chat has been very, very lovely to me today. Thank you
Yes.
very much, chat. I know I'm to blame for the technical issues, but it's still
Look,
appreciated.
they've been posting Wheel of Conway for the last 15 minutes. So
Yes. Do I get a free Alaska if I live in Alaska? No.
you know
Sorry.
what? Contact your regional community management team in North America to get more information on this.
Maybe. We'll have.
Mademoiselle, I saw you in chat. Happer, I saw you in chat as well. So my pleasure.
It's a dangerous precedent to set, though, right? Next, people from the Kremlin will be knocking on the development studio demanding a Kremlin in game.
We
People
want
from
Kremlins.
Bayern will demand Bayern.
Yeah, I think it's a slippery slope. But yeah, Evan is here. Gneisenau is here. So you have the people to talk to. Just PM them on Twitch. I'm sure they'd be super happy to talk to
I'm
you.
just waiting for the guy to say, like somebody showing up and say, like, I live in Enterprise. Can I get that ship?
Well, what about if he works in Enterprise?
That's a different question. I think for really, like, if you work on the ship or served on the ship, maybe we can make an occasional exception.
Yeah, guys. So I think we'll start wrapping up here with the questions for Shonai.
Just for Shonai, right? We're going to be here for another.
We will keep playing. We will keep answering questions like on most streams. For all of you who are new on this stream and who haven't been on any streams yet, I hope you like what you see. Make sure to click that follow or subscribe button to not miss out on any future streams. And we answer questions on all of the streams.
There's apparently a city called Enterprise in Alabama.
Oh,
okay.
Didn't know that.
Look, please try. I would like to see that letter in the NA office with a stamp from Enterprise.
Oh,
cool.
Should
we? But before you go, Sean, let's really quickly just go through the 5 ships that we announced one more time for people that haven't seen them, and then we'll let you go. Right. So the first ship that we showed, let's go in the same order, was the Japanese Tier 9 battleship Heisen with 12 410mm guns. She looks beautiful. She's going to pack a massive alpha punch, but she will suffer elsewhere. Next, we talked about the what would be the designation of this? Not HMS, right?
No, it won't be HMS.
HMIS, yes?
Yes.
Her Majesty's Indian ship Mysore, which will be flying the Commonwealth flag and will,
or
finally
later
be another...
INS.
What?
Basically INS after the independence.
Yes. But she will be flying the Commonwealth flag, and so we'll have another addition to the Commonwealth nation, which is excellent.
Yes.
Then we will have HMS Plymouth, which will be a Tier 10 light cruiser with AP guns, lots and lots of AP guns and smoke and radar, but less torpedoes. It's going to be it's going to be interesting, I think. Interesting ship.
I'm looking forward to this
because this is like
when this is like this is like one of the stories when you go through all of the pages that we have internally, and I usually love to spy on what's coming in the very distant future. When I saw this for the first time, I was like, okay, I need to write this down. This is gonna be future Chrysanthus ship.
Yes.
I think it will be.
For me, when I was preparing the data for development blog, I was kind of shocked because due to a small mistake in a script which I used to get the data in a certain format, I've got the data that it also has HE shells.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that would be interesting. Then we have the French ship Strasbourg. Strasbourg.
Well, for our French colleagues that we are triggering with this, you would pronounce it Strasbourg, as far as I know. But I like the German name Strasbourg. It's easier to pronounce.
This is a Dunkirk class battleship with a reload booster, so it should be.
Should fit right in Tier 7.
Should be spicy. Tier 7. Interesting addition to the lineup there. And finally, but of course most importantly, the German destroyer Z44. And I completely forgot what was special about this one. It's a torpedo boat, right?
Torpedo boat. German torpedo boat.
Excellent.
No hydro, but quick reload quintuple torpedo launchers. So should be fun. I think I will enjoy it.
And with that, Shonai, thank you very, very much for coming and joining us today and sacrificing your evening. It's been fantastic. Hope that we were able to answer a lot of your questions, chat. So let's say goodbye to him. He can escape. Yes. What's the time now? Is it what, nearing 10 o'clock, right?
9
o'clock.
It's
9
o'clock.
9 o'clock,
okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad then.
They're cheating in Russia when it comes to day savings.
Yeah, it's true.
It always confuses me because for us it then switches between like an additional hour, and when you try to set up meetings.
Yeah, although in winter it doesn't really matter anymore because the sun doesn't really rise there, so it's not as though they can tell the difference.
It's not really a question of sun, but it's also a question of all the calls we have and meetings, because then suddenly it's 1 hour different.
Yeah. So Shonai, do you want to say anything to the audience before you leave?
I was glad to be invited here, and I was glad to talk with you and to present you the ships. And thank you very much for the support and which you have to our game, and for the feedback you give us, because this is probably the most important thing. And the audience of the game, its players, it's something we work for.
Well said. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
So,
Shanai. Have a
Thank
very,
you.
very nice evening and
Yeah.
a good weekend soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Have a
See you
nice
around.
stream.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, guys.
bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
So,
Okay, chat. No, it's just me now. Chat, just you and me. Just you
so
and me.
I can just
You know why?
talking.
Because I've got the button and I can. No, we can. It doesn't have to just be me.
But I can actually put down the headset, right?
Yes, you can take off the head. We can all take off. No, can't take off my headset because I'm going to have headset hair now.
Yeah, me too.
You
but
too, you know.
that's-
Well,
yes,
I
it's
have
fine.
headset hair as well, but screw it.
Yes, we're going to embrace the headset hair, and I'm going to then
It's
shortly...
not as if we're here for the beauty.
No, this is
Yes,
true.
that's-
This is unfortunately really true. But what I'm going to actually do is put my, so I can see again what's happening on chat in stream. Yeah, that's much easier. So we are going to run round 2 of our quiz now that we have prepared.
Sorry, Mademoiselle. Mademoiselle is saying Mr. Conway is actually a diva. Lol.
Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you
Diva
very
Conway.
much.
Now we have a new
Wow.
description for Conway
Yeah.
in the future.
I think
Diva and community engagement lead.
Great success. So we're going to run part 2 of our quiz. Part 1 was about just Gamescom. Now we're going to do a little bit to figure out how.
Before the quiz, I will quickly jump in because I noticed 2 comments in the YouTube stream. For one, there is a where is he? Warships Gaming is apparently building a Minecraft Bismarck based using World of Warships. So
Nice.
yeah, please ping us when you are done. It sounds interesting. And then the tank commander was asking if since the Vermont is based on the Tillman maximum battleship designs on one of them, whether we will be adding the rest of them. Maybe.
Taluian said, does that mean that Chrysanthos won't be stripping to the sound of music tonight? I am devastated.
Was that advertised? I don't think so.
Whether or not he strips,
I think we have to check the stream invitations, but
we will have to ask Miss Chrysanthos if that's going to happen tonight. I don't know.
Not for you guys.
So then yeah, I don't think that would be quite keeping with Twitch. Conway Cowboy hat again, actually. This is probably a good idea.
While you grab it, there was an interesting question from somebody, I think it was Grauspatz, about how forums work and where to actually leave feedback. So he was asking, since the forums are differentiated into different forms based on language, is the highest chance for our ideas to reach the people doing the development writing in the English forums? And the answer is no.
yes.
The way our forums work is that all of these sections that we have on our forums have a dedicated community manager for that language. So if you take a look at, for example, European forums, you will see there's an open English, German, French, Czech, Polish, and Italian section.
Yep.
And we have dedicated community managers for all of these sections that collect feedback. And I whip them every week to do that, to provide me with all of the feedback from all of these languages to make sure we have all of your opinions. So while we're happy to talk to you, obviously, also in the English section, you can definitely be assured that your feedback is being read and processed also from other forums. If you do that on, let's say, private forums that are not an official forum from World of Warships or on third-party platforms, like a clan Discord, then we don't really have visibility on this. And I see the hashtag Diva Conway. I did not ask for this. I did not ask for this. This is Mademoiselle's doing.
Can we stop it now with the hashtags, because it's really hard to talk to you in chat if there's too much spam, right? It makes it a bit easier if there is.
But if you ask the chat to stop with the hashtag, they will.
But I can make them stop. I've got the power, but it's fine. So we're going to go
I think
round.
Mademoiselle now realized the power. Power of chat.
Yes, I think she has. But with great power comes great responsibility, Mademoiselle. So be careful. By the way, Mademoiselle is our social media manager.
No.
She's our NA community managers, and you should definitely give her some love because she does a great job. Also, Mademoiselle, while you're here, we are going to have to read some stories together tomorrow, I think. Because
stories?
Because we're running a contest together with Warlord Games where you have to write a short story, 500 words or less, to win a copy of their new board game, Victory at Sea. I think you still have time till till Saturday to submit something. So if you have a cool idea, send it. You may be able to win like a nice tabletop
I
game.
really have to say, I'm digging your cowboy hat.
I know.
It really
it's
fits you well. I didn't expect you to be able to pull it off, but you're doing it.
It really scares me as well, because I want to kind of wear it outside of the office now, but I think I will be judged.
Yeah. Axis. I know you've
no,
been
you
asking
won't.
this question earlier. Axis was asking about the Erich Löwenhardt. Will it remain in the premium shop after the current event? So what usually happens after the events is that the ships disappear from the premium shop and they might be added to, for example, the armory for the balloons. They might go back on regular sale. For the Erich Löwenhardt, I don't know yet what's going to happen, but I wouldn't expect her to just leave permanently. So you will have a chance to get her in the future in some form or way.
Yep.
But if you want to make sure, just buy it now. Like, don't regret your choices. Any
quiz.
Any,
No,
any
shut
any
up.
2020
Be quiet.
Gamescom
Zip it,
flag?
zip it,
no,
no, zip it.
2020 Gamescom flag.
No, there's no 2020.
Hashtag blame
Look,
blame
we-
COVID.
I would have done the Gamescom flag if we had Gamescom, but we knew
Yes.
pretty early on that it wasn't going to happen. And look, we'll keep the hat, the flag for another year.
Oh God, Conway, I read in chat Veni Vidi Vici. I'm not going to say it.
We saw really,
If you don't know,
we saw really like nobody knows because there was only like 200 people that watched that video, but we can't really smack talk. here
No,
on
no, no.
air,
But
can we?
if
But
you
we
don't
just
know
saw-
what
we
Veni
just-
Vidi
we
Vici
heard
means,
someone
just Google it.
we heard someone really badly mispronounce Vini Vidi Vici in a YouTube video.
Well, the
about
mispronouncing
World of
wasn't the
Warship's Legends,
worst thing.
and then translating it as what was it, live, laugh or something?
Yes.
That was the low point of my day. So now to this quiz, right? Chrysanthos, can you show people how to give the quiz kit permission?
I can because I don't have the option here because I'm on the official channel.
If only you had another Twitch account or a different browser tab or an option. If you only technology was ready for you
Give me
to.
a second. I thought you would give me just
Chat.
one moment.
I'm disappointed. In Conway Veritas. Okay, so we are going to go to our next quiz. It's going to be a really quick one. It's just 6 questions. Again, the winner will get one more of our awesome VIP bonus codes, which is well worth it. So make sure you click the extension button on your Twitch screen, right?
Yes.
On the screen, click it and give it the permission to the quiz kit. Otherwise, you will not be able to get a prize because we don't know who you are. So we will launch this quiz now. And yeah, it should be fun. Let's hope. So you'll see the rules right now. So I can even wait. QuizKit has provided this, so let's wait. So guys, so to view your name on the leaderboard, you click on QuizKit box at the right of the stream or the puzzle icon in the bar below, right? And manage access and then grant. So there are 2 ways depending on the interface that you see. So it's either this button at the bottom or it's this button at the side. Do this or you cannot win a prize.
Yes.
That's really all there is to say, right? Please do this. So, where's my quiz kit? Where's my quiz?
We
Here
came,
go.
we saw, we convey.
We
Yes.
This is, I'm gonna need therapy after this stream, I think.
Why?
Let's start the game. How many ships do we currently have in the United States tech tree, excluding premium ships? Is it 42, 32, 25, or 36? Chrysanthos, do you know?
Only because I saw the answer.
Oh, you saw the answer. So, do you know, Taki, or do you have to guess?
I mean, if you think about it, you can figure it
I would
out,
have to
right?
do the
But-
calculation.
Guys, and remember, it's fine for you to post in chat. 7, thank you very much for that comment. But if you actually want your answer to count, you have to click on it on the screen. The correct answer, of course, there are currently 36 researchable tech tree ships in the United States
Yes.
tech tree.
And I'm proud of you that
Unless-
only 90 went for 25.
What?
I'm proud of chat
Yes.
that only 90 people went for 25.
That's true. But can I just say, right, that I really hope I didn't miscount. What ship has the biggest main gun caliber in the game? Is it Kremlin, Thunderer, Shikishima, or Yamato?
This is easy.
This is easy. Remember, right, you get more points the faster you answer the question. And remember, you get negative points if you answer incorrectly. Easy, say people. Well, we'll see who gets
But
it
chat,
right and who doesn't.
chat, if it's that easy, like you still have a lot of wrong answers.
Yes. Obviously the Dresden.
Obviously, the
Absolutely.
Dresden, yes.
Absolutely.
And I thought it's the Akisuki.
How do we take the quiz on mobile? It should actually work just the same way on
Yeah.
mobile. It should just be there for you. If it isn't,
But,
you might have to enable extensions in the Twitch.
Yeah,
app.
but
Maybe.
note, it has to be on Twitch.
Yeah, it has to be in the app. You can't do it in the browser, I think. So let's reveal the answer. The correct answer is, of course, Shikishima, but 452 of you thought Yamato, and 58 Thundra, and 81 Kremlin. Much disappoint, guys, much disappoint. Does this work on mobile? Yes, it should work on mobile. Next question. Question number 3. What ship has the highest caliber of secondaries? Is it Massachusetts, Kaga, Großer Kurfürst, oder Mikasa? This is an excellent question. Thank you for this one, by the way, guys. Got it wrong, says someone. Wow, how do you know? Let's see. Mikasa is always the answer.
Look, it depends on whether you
Thank you, Henrik.
whether you consider the main gun to be a secondary gun.
In case of Mikasa, I can see how you can make an argument in the
The
direction.
accuracy is approximately the same, yes. The only rate of
This
fire
is
is the
actually
same.
something I didn't know that I learned from Taki.
Yes, I didn't know either. So the correct answer is indeed Kaga. And 1,180 who said Große Kurfürst. No, Kaga has the largest caliber secondaries
Yes.
in game. How large, Taki?
203 millimeters.
Yes,
That's
that's big.
Basically heavy cruiser guns.
That's a big secondary.
Oh wait, I have to.
let's
My
have a-
computer
have
is
a look.
trying to shut it down. I have to.
People have given permission. This is great. So we have some leaders up here. Tetri Smrak is leading this question, and total scores being led by Redini. Nice. Do I recognize? There's all people I don't recognize. That's nice. So let's have a look. Penultimate question. No,
Open
question four.
Racing says nerds.
What
Yes.
year was the German tech tree released at Gamescom? 2018, 2017, 2015, or 2016?
I have to admit that I don't remember this.
We've hit rock bottom, guys. it's when it gets late and when we start singing, chat. You know, it's getting bad.
2,342. Yes, that's when the future German spaceship.
So the German tech tree was released at Gamescom 2016, and 845 of you knew this.
Nice.
I was there.
Well, I was there as well, but
Yes. Present us.
No, that's the year I joined Wargaming. I wasn't there. I was busy playing German BBs.
Yes, that's true. And question number 5. How many different nations are present in game? 9, 10, 11, or 8? Don't you niggle. We're not talking about like minor nations in like, we're not going to count each Pan-Asian country, for instance.
I'm curious about how many people get the answer right.
It's grizzly here.
it's what?
There's like flickering here. This really irritates me.
What
I
is
couldn't see it
flickering?
before. My green screen is slightly flickering.
Oh.
By the way, guys, I know you do this a lot already because you do it frequently, but please, like, give some props to the art team. I told the art team and I said, like, hey, Gamescom's going to be digital this year. Can you take that awesome like artwork you made last year for the Bismarck on the Rhine River in Cologne and turn it into a digital Gamescom? And I think they did a fantastic job. Let me just move out of the way here. Isn't this nice?
Well, the quiz is in the way.
Okay, sorry. It's still good. Okay, so the answer is, of course, 11 nations. And actually, most of you thought it was 10. Why is it 11, Taki?
I can tell you.
I
Why is
don't
it
know
11
which.
Presentos?
It's because it's Pan America as well.
Pan America.
And you have basically 10 nations in the tech tree, and then you have Pan America as well.
Yes.
So let's bring the other guys back. It doesn't have to be just me. Last question, and this is, of course, the most important. Well, it doesn't get more points, but it's the most important question. Question 6. Sharks or eagles? Eagles, ducklings, sharks, or kraken?
You can blame me for that question.
I definitely will blame you for this question.
Look, I don't mind if you say ducklings. That's okay.
Yes. There's only
Remember,
one
there's
wrong
only
answer.
one-
There's only
correct
one
answer.
answer, and you know what to do, Taki.
Yes, of course. So let's see what the answer is.
Come on, look, this is a question that people, only veterans will be able to answer.
Yeah?
Because veterans, of course, know that the answer to this question has only one possible answer, which is, of course,
Go Sharks.
And, Chad, you know it. This is why we won every single match day.
Yes.
Every single match day we won. Look, even Kraken has more votes than Eagles. See?
Okay, final result. And we have a winner. So the winner of this quiz is Oz.
Chat of Doom. Idiotic question. No, it's not idiotic question. It's just
No, it just shows that you know the game in the community.
Oh,
so
and look,
Oz of Shake wins the quiz with 88,947 points. Congratulations, Sir Oz of Shake. We will PM you on Twitch. If you want to do us a favor, and the same goes for STFL who won round 1. If you just PM us now and already send us your in-game nickname and the server you play on, we will sort it out. Otherwise, we'll just send you the bonus code.
So Halkensbro was asking, what the fuck was that question? So for context, we had an event in the game where you would have to pick between Sharks or Eagles as a team every single day, and you would accumulate points for that team. And I'm sorry to say this, Eagles, but we Sharks, we whooped your ass.
Yes,
yeah. We put the effort in,
and you could even, there were like different rewards and incentives to switch sides to the Eagles. I never did.
No,
I just because Sharks.
Go Sharks.
Go Sharks. And most of you guys did as well. Most of you guys did that as well. So that was very funny. So I love these kind of versus events. They're very hard to balance. But for me, very hard to balance.
Yes.
But it was good to see that you all love Sharks as much as we do.
Poor Dasha as well. because Dasha and back then Aliona, when she was still doing videos for us, they each basically picked one of the teams, or they were assigned one of the teams to be their mascot and cheer for them, and just only lost.
Yes. Fun times. I hope we get to have a similar event in the future.
We are 2 hours and 11 minutes into this World of Warship stream, and we have not yet played any World of Warships. Should we
play this game?
Contrary to expectations, this is a World of Warships stream, and we have World of Warships here. So we want to play World of Warships. We wanted to give you guys a chance actually to decide, and I'm gonna pop a quick poll up for you, just a 1-minute poll, because we have three options, right? What do we play? Do we play randoms, PvE with chat, or ranked on NA? Because we've ranked out here, but we can go play ranked on NA. So let us know right now which of those 3 options you prefer.
I have to say, Oz of Shake actually contacted us.
Yes.
And he told me his nickname, and it's amazing. His nickname is actually inspired by one of my favorite TV shows, Battlestar Galactica, because his name is related to William Adama.
Nice.
The old man.
Nice. So close your client. We're going
to America.
We're going to America.
Yes.
So you actually...
Yes. So the majority of you want us to go play ranked on NA. So let's end the poll.
Okay.
Let's close this. I will quickly have to just switch clients, and then we'll play ranked on NA. Do I have a tier 9 ship? I think so, right?
Well, if you don't, then it will.
Look, the great thing is that we have the North American team in the background. If you want to make a poor German soul on the North American server slightly happier, you can Pommern your way into my heart.
Yes, if a Pommern was to randomly appear in my port for reasons unbeknownst to me, I would really not be in a position to complain.
I need to quickly update the WGC.
Oh my.
Hey,
I'm already successfully loading the game.
Okay, good. I'll be there in a minute.
But Cowboy Hat, we're playing on NA, clearly.
Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed the 3 versus 3 as much as we do.
Oh yeah,
because it's just hilarious and fun.
Before I dox myself, let me. Oh no, we're gonna dox. So who are we gonna know? Who are we gonna? We'll just look at Taki. Can you show us Yamato in the meantime while we do this?
Okay. The Yamato is being built. I'm currently building the superstructure. And the hull is still in the same basic space, but we already have some AA guns on.
How do you manage to build this in such a speed while not... when I did this, I turned into complete a Lego zombie, and I just couldn't really pay attention
do
to
you
chat
really
anymore.
want to get an answer?
It's multitasking.
I think Taki's just very good at assembling things.
By the way, we tried to make Taki less orange, but I think we just have to come to grips with the fact that he's been on holiday and he's actually got a tan.
Yes.
Yeah, slightly, but still, I think I'm a bit too orange for.
I think this is like
I'm not.
like the contrast is so
That's true, but we are particularly white boys.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, now that my game parameters have been upgraded. Oh, yes! We are logging in, gentlemen. It's happening. If you
Orange man good, heresy.
please do ASMR stream. Look,
Okay.
Chat.
We can.
Chat, we've been there once already, but I'm not sure this is a good thing because it's already gotten a little bit weird at times, and I really think it could be a bit too weird if we go full ASMR. Unless this is what you want, you have to tell us. Press X in chat if you really want to have an ASMR stream.
Hapafor is asking whether he can sync drop.
Only ASMR. Wow, I always. North America really appreciates me and always wants me to play, so I keep getting premium time and a premium account and ships every time I log in, which is fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, so now comes the moment of truth. Where's my Pommern? I don't have Pommern. It's okay. I'll play. I'll play Georgia.
You play Georgia. I can play Jean-Bar.
Good. Sounds like a good combination. There we go. Let me quickly slap together a captain.
Schlapp.
We only have a 10-point captain. Do we have elite commander XP? We do not. 10 points it is. So we're going to go for priority target. We're going to go for some gun turning. We definitely don't want our extra consumable because, let's face it, the battle's not going to last that long.
That's a good point, but I still took it.
But what are we going to use? I think maybe basic firing training for more secondary in Dhaka? Demo expert for more secondary fires?
Take Mogador. It's the best DD for 3v3.
Chris, tell me.
Tell you what? Sorry.
Survivability expert. For the meme.
Survivability expert. Yes, please don't be that.
You know, we're going to take basics of survivability. Who cares? Fine. And we will also take fire prevention because I have a feeling people will set us on fire. Hapafoda says sync drop. And Calvoth says nice hat, cowboy.
And we say gib Pommern. Actually,
I think we do say good Pommern. So let me create a division with Kristanos, still one of my more brilliant moments.
Yes.
Kristanos, yes.
I still need some equipment quickly.
Can you pick Lion, Ibuki, and Azuma?
I don't.
It's because I'm ready. It's like it was trolling me and I couldn't click anything.
Please pick also rank sprint, not random.
Yes. Come on, yeah, I'm getting there.
Go up.
Co-op, no.
Secondary battery modification, absolutely. Steering gears, yes, please.
Mr. Conway needs to play 20 Mikas around.
Concealment, no, thank you. Instead, let's go for consumable modification. And then we will also not go for plotting room. We will go
Rocket
for...
Master. What Lego set is Taki building? It's not Lego, it's Kobe, which is compatible with Lego, but they generally do warships and warplanes and tanks and stuff like that, so...
Don't forget your ramming flag.
And if you are interested, just check them out on Amazon because that's probably the easiest worldwide solution.
Okay, I think we're ready. Okay, so for the sync drop, I gave them a countdown.
So let's see. Don't forget to switch on the dual gameplay.
But there was still no gibboning of the Pommern. I'm disappointed. You know,
I'm not sad. I'm just disappointed.
What was the word? Gibboning?
If we really wanted to go all out, I do have access to give stuff on the NA server. I don't like using it, but I can. That's the important part.
Don't you have a ramming flag, Mr. Conway? I don't know why
I just clicked recommended flags and didn't think about it. I think I have it.
Oh.
If you click recommended, it should include ramming flag.
I'm not sure it does.
Okay, well, then it doesn't matter really. I'm not going to survive ramming anyway. Let's be realistic.
You mean you won't survive until ramming?
Do we just push in and brawl?
Like I'm a jambon. I'm not built for pushing in. I'll just annoy them. You push in. I'll cheer from the back.
Play Krasny Krim in tier 9 ranked? No, thank you. Playing the worst mode ever implemented. Good job. Well, the trick pony.
Like I did this in
So
the German
different
stream.
different people like different things. We all love this, and I think most of chat also loves this. So if you don't, it's fine. You don't have to play it, but you also don't have to poo-poo other people's enjoyment, do you?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, I understand. If you like to if you prefer to play other things, but overall, this is super popular from what I can see. How many people played and how many people comment on this. So you have the option to pick what you want to play. Right? You can play randoms, you can play co-op, you can play PvE, you can play even training rooms if that's what floats your boat.
Okbar555 was asking, are you going to give veteran players that's been playing since beta a special flag or camo? But we don't need to. If you've been playing since beta, you've already got a special ship that nobody else has, the Arkansas beta. And yeah.
What's
I
up
don't
with
think so.
subs? Currently working on adding all of the things that we announced on our dev blog about the changes that we want to apply to submarines and the other ships, and then we'll let you know as soon as we're ready to test it.
The entire enemy team is aiming at me.
We are popular.
team.
Yes, all three of them.
They love you. They want to hug you.
I'm going to hug them back.
There was
how they like
someone asking asking everyone that we make sure that you get the pets on the head. So
Oh, there's the Iowa
Yes.
showing a nice broadside.
Yeah, also looking at
Not
my
anymore.
broadside hungrily.
So Taki, now is your time to also pay more attention to chat and just
Yeah.
feed us questions.
Yes, please. We are still capable of talking. I mean, as much as we were capable of talking before, if
what
that was
does
enough for you.
EN stand for? Generally, it stands for English. Will the old scenarios be coming back? We had this question earlier in the day, but in case you missed it, currently they are not planned in any like short term to come back because well they require a lot
Oh,
of
don't push
resources
the hardware.
for
Yeah,
limited.
sorry, I didn't realize quite what an angle I have to show to bounce. It's a little bit more.
When is the
Squishy.
birthday update coming? Well, we didn't announce the update date yet, clearly, but
Yes, we did.
We did already.
3rd of September.
3rd of September. Ah, yeah, okay.
I mean, yes, it's
Depending on
not
which
it's not
server.
it's not a big secret.
It's not a big secret, yeah. And I mean, the tests seem to have gone right. So, yeah, generally beginning of September. 3rd for us it would be 4th. No. I'm confusing the days of early September. So,
Did I just?
but basically next week.
Do you have an angle on the Georgia?
Not yet. I was reversing to get the angle on the Georgia, but unfortunately, it also cost me the center cap.
Game issues complaints not allowed in chat. Game issues and complaints are allowed in chat, but please bear in mind that if you, for example, have any technical issue, we are not really in position to help you with it right now and right here in chat. So that's simply something that the customer service pages are better for. And as for complaints, well, like, they are allowed in chat, but obviously you should keep them in some reasonable format. So, like, complain all you want, but keep it civil. We do read the chat, even if we cannot answer all the questions.
Georgia sometimes trolls me with its accuracy, and you don't have the guns to compensate for it. Sometimes it can be. I love the ship to bits, but it can be.
Poppe Heladupe, first I noticed you, but actually I don't know. I cannot really answer this question out of the top of my head about the icebreaker on the Siegfried and Aegir, which are based on the O-class Schlachtkreuzer. I mean, yes, they are based on the O-class, but I actually don't know the details of the armor scheme. I would have to check with our archive guys.
Georgia's
I think
down.
we answered
I'm
this actually in the
healing.
last Discord Q&A that we had.
Oh, was there?
Because I think that the plans that we have different values.
Yeah. Basically, that's one thing. You generally have a lot of different variants for designs, even for the same basic design. So there are things to pick from, and I actually don't think that the Aegir and the Siegfried really need Icebreaker Bow.
By the way, to quote my favorite twin, you do have buttons to change the view as well, if you want.
Sure,
although
but
I'm
you're
realizing,
in the middle of the action, so
although
I didn't want to.
I realized that I've been playing off the stream monitor right the whole time instead of my screen. Yes, it does make a difference.
Isn't there like a slight delay?
No, not from here to here. No.
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 Okay.
I mean, maybe, but imperceptibly so. So, enemy team, this is not how you win ranked. By running away, hiding at the back.
They might actually be winning this because they have pretty decent positioning.
Yeah.
Chris?
I mean, I'm just facing you with the truth. The Alaska's pushing your broadside, by the way.
Are you guys going to stream the tournaments? Yes, we are going to stream the King of the Sea, right?
Yes, so as usual, the group stage will be covered by our amazing contributors. And then later on, the official broadcast will cover the finals.
Yes, we will be streaming the regional finals and the international finals, which will be taking place, significantly later than they usually do, because we are going to attempt a first ever, and we are going to attempt to do a regional final with all 4 regions. So it's going to be a bit weird.
Global final.
With time zones, yes, but we're going to have global finals with all 4 regions, and we will be able to crown a king of all the seas, hopefully.
Wow. So it finally will be King of the Seas. Kings of the Seas.
I will come over there and I will punch you.
Mr. Conway came up with the name, so he's like a bit...
I don't know if I even came up with the name. I don't think so. But I just know that we decided it's King of the Sea. It's not Kings of the Seas, King of the Seas, or Kings of the Sea.
So it's a surefire way how to trigger Mr. Conway.
It is very, very surefire way. Don't trigger me. Do it.
This is like inviting them to do it.
Yes. You are
God.
uncovering your weakness.
I'm sorry I screwed up with angling earlier, and now we're gonna lose this.
I'm gonna. Well, I'm also
The rune
not
in
in a great spot here.
No,
because
and the rune missed his
Iowa has a really
torpedoes,
decent angle on me
so
as
it's
well.
over.
Yeah.
Where's my Pommern?
Why not push in with Jean Bart? Well, then I play Jean Bart wrong. Well, you can push in, but only if you can control that you don't get flanked, because like if you get flanked, then the Jean Bart can take a lot of punishment.
If you want to push, there are just simply better ships to use for that. Because with the Jean Bart, like one of the main things is that you have this turret allocation, and you should use the most, like get the most out of this. If I want to brawl, I play something like the Pommern or the Georgia, for example.
Our rune's actually doing a decent job there with this position.
Actually, I had yesterday a very nice game where I saw a quite unusual tactic that I initially didn't think will work, but it worked very well. Because our Georgia basically went straight in beeline for ramming the enemy Georgia, but he was doing it in a smart way, so he was actually firing at another enemy ship.
You could ring around a rosy. We still have the cap. We would have won this if I'd taken the center cap, to be honest. That was my bad. Why are we still haven't switched field of view, by the way. I need to remember to do this because I'm just looking at this like this is my gameplay screen, but this is in fact stream. Sorry, stream. Sorry, chat. Oh, prepared diarrhea.
What?
Oh. Chrysanthus just got it up the
bum.
Yeah, his aft was rudely penetrated by the enemy's AP.
So Jean Bart is not a brawler? I wouldn't say so.
No, it doesn't have the armor for it.
It's not like you cannot brawl with it. It's just if you pick a ship for a specific playstyle, then I wouldn't pick this one for brawling. For this mode, I prefer other ships, but that's just my very personal opinion.
Like Jean Bart is good at, like I would say, mid distances.
Oh, he missed that one. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I can disable his turrets.
Yes?
Nope. Oh, it's just
You took one.
secondary.
Was it? Okay, sorry.
Are there any plans looking at the Japanese cruiser line from balancing standpoint? Especially Zhao has been power crept pretty hard. I don't really think Zhao has any issues with the performance currently. I mean, it kind of lost, not lost its flavor, but it has more competition now. But still, the combination of the fairly good guns and the torpedoes is making Zhao pretty.
I would really like to
pretty
get that
effective.
heal off.
Hapafodder is saying, hurry up and lose so I can sing drop again.
Oh, that hurt. But you got the heal off. Oh, now he's throwing you broadside just as you're loading HE.
Not really. That would be the broadside for the IO for me.
That's true.
Nope, this is not looking good. I could have also tried the ram because I'm not sure whether he has a ramming flag or not.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's over. Oh, he loaded HE!
Which is not the worst choice, but... I mean, I've been trading fairly well, but it's not going to be enough unless he makes a huge mistake. Which is
There's something a reload booster can do. Well, yes, there is, but
like
it's
the
not
thing
really
is that
at close range.
I've been trying to not just stay broadsided to use the guns because I have to show quite a bit of an angle. Oh,
No
I'm
fire.
lucky.
He's
And
burning.
I wish I had a heal right now.
Reload boosted into him now. Last chance.
Nope. Well, 7k. I might actually get 2 salvos off if he
But you
misses this one.
ended to use launch it too early, right?
Yes. I'm. Just click here. It's okay.
Sorry, that's my backseat captaining. I'm going to take the blame for this.
I'm burning. Yeah, I should have misclicked there. My fault, but it's a close one.
Yes. 17 cap resets.
Yes.
Wow.
It's going to give quite a bit of XP right there. Detonation?
No. Yeah, you and even the reload booster wouldn't have made a difference here. But overall, I mean, Jean-Bart, this is the way I would, play it. If you manage to get the most out of it, then nice.
Brightfoot writes, "Hello, Mr. Conway. Far away in the distance, I'm sure you can hear sad Pomeranian noises. It sounds a lot like yips and woo. It's the
Crockett
Pomeranian.
12,
It misses you."
Oh, them's fighting words. Wait, I'll scroll back up.
Nice one.
I'll give that.
You said
Iowa
that the
+1.
NA players were doing. You said what the NA players were doing was not how to win. Euros owned by NA again, like cuts. Wow, that's
but-
fighting words.
But
I still don't-
it was just Mr. Conway's opinion.
Can
I
just
liked what
say,
the enemy team was doing.
I still don't have a Pommer.
Well, that's
Look-
why I said Pomer noises, maybe.
I'm a little bit disappointed there in my.
So,
my,
Chan, what do you want us to
colleagues.
play? I can also play Alaska. I cannot play Minnesota, even though you see it.
I could play Friesland.
Not really. Why would you play Friesland in this mode?
I don't know.
Um,
Well, you'll get to kill the other DD possibly.
Chat, I'll let you decide. I can play Jean-Bart, I can play Georgia or Alaska. I also have Sovietsky Soyuz, but I would have to retrain my commander from the Kremlin.
Even though Sovietsky Soyuz might be fairly good for the mode.
Yeah, I think Sovietsky Soyuz would be pretty decent.
It's a close-in brawling, so that should be its. strong-
Musashi, I don't have the Musashi on my NA account. This is my EU account has pretty much any ship out there, but this is my NA account. Aggressive Jean-Bart. Ah man, you're forcing me to do something that I don't think the ship is built for. I can try. It depends on the enemy team.
They tend
I'll
not
give
to cooperate.
Hap, even though Happa hasn't deserved it, I'll give him another countdown.
So what's the role of Jean-Bart, sniper or? No, playheads. If you want to have my personal approach to Jean-Bart, if you want to play it in the ranked battles, you should think about how to approach the game. If you just go straight up in, the other ships like Georgia, for example, because it has the faster heal and the secondaries, and it will just absolutely hurt your broadside if you show too much. you won't really exceed that well. Same thing is true for like a Pommern. You don't want to go toe to toe with a Pommern in a Jean Bart. But what you can do is you can be on mid range, and you have with the speed boost and the overall playstyle, you get to decide which angle you want to take, and you can reposition.
Yes.
And then you have to just check what is the best thing for you to do to get the most out of it. But overall, you don't want to be in the secondary range of the others, right? Because they're probably going to outperform you, like a Friedrich der Große. Like, this would be the perfect map with a Pommern.
Oh God! If only we had.
Oh, yeah.
Like honestly, Footprint. I can see Footprinter here. I can see Happa. I'm sure Evan is still listening in the background.
Guys, don't give in to that there, please.
Please, guys, come on. You know we would do it for you.
So we have, what do we have? Double Iowa and a Friedrich der Große. So Friedrich der Große is something that I don't want to brawl with. But the Iowas, they're pretty much in a similar position as the Jean Bart. And depending on how the enemy players are positioning themselves, we can do something. I might actually sneak around these islands if you take the middle.
So somebody's asking about the brand of the cowboy hat. It's Justin, I want to say.
If he gets a Pommern, we all get one.
See what you've started?
The 219 Pommern, the best of ranked. I'm 22 battles, rank 1. Yes, Pommern is just what I love about these modes. They play very differently compared to your average random battle experience. And ships that would work really well in random battles might not work very well here. And the same thing is true for ships that might be great and competitive that would not shine as much here. And this is what I personally love, because you get to play ships you sometimes, I don't know, wouldn't play because they currently don't fit what you would like to get out of it. And that's just something I like.
Justin makes great boots. Don't know about the hats though. Look, I can only give you my impression from the hat, based on the hat I'm wearing, and I like it. That's as much feedback as I can provide. I'm not a cowboy hat expert by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, it's time to activate the speed boost.
Engine boost activated.
We should have just speed boosted in, both of us speed boosted into their spawn. They would have never expected this.
Look, I'm speed boosting my way on the way around the islands, hoping that their Iowas are going to be positioning in a nose-in position, and I get their broadside.
No, Stetson, I'm disappointed.
You might actually be able to do this because they're positioning themselves next to the cap.
Where's Friedrich though? There's nobody in the cap yet though, so.
Now they spotted me.
I've been spotted, yeah.
Yeah,
Should probably launch my plane. Yes, look. It's useful.
Okay, so now we are going to be right next to that Iowa. I hope he's making the mistake of just showing broadside to get his rear turret. Any comments on Halloween event? There might be one.
No, there will be one. We've already spotted this much earlier.
Yeah, but the Friedrich is here as well.
That's quite a significant push.
Okay, now I'm going to speed boost my way out of this.
Look,
Beast.
We've taken the cap.
Not my
This
both
Iowa.
turrets.
This Iowa here is here to decap Chris. I'm gonna ram him out, but I'll try and do some damage to the Friedrich first, and help you out on that side.
Enemy severely damaged.
Oh,
Do I have a
I
ramming
see
flag?
that the chat is now fully occupied by Haparik.
I don't have a ramming flag. I should mount a ramming flag.
Did you just...
Yes. What did he had a ramming flag and I didn't?
Maybe.
Chat, it's not like you told him already with the last match, right?
Yeah, I distinctly remember.
Why is it not a recommended flag? Okay, chat, I apologize for being a massive potato. Chris, you got this.
I'm trying. I'm just thinking about what to kill first. Did they just...
Did they just destroy both your turrets?
Look, this is
Chat, F's in chat.
something that hasn't
F's in
happened to
chat.
me in such a long time.
With the Jean Bart as well. F's in chat.
Like
F's
I
in
think
chat.
like the last vivid time
Ramming speed?
The last time this happened to me that I remember very vividly was in an Izumo back in the day before it was buffed. And you sit there and you're like, there's...
But
I don't know what to do besides embracing being the torpedo.
But ramming speed, actually, our Friedrich is reasonably healthy. We hold the center, and we're going to win by points soon. If Friedrich doesn't die, we've got this.
And my problem is I need to still keep an angle to not get moved by the Friedrich, but otherwise...
Are you gonna miss him?
Yeah, potentially. Well, the thing is that now I need to show broadside here, which is exactly what I want to do. I hate this mechanic.
You might want to repair those fires.
At this point, I might.
Well, you are turning into a secondary battleship.
That's okay. That's okay. Still dislike it.
This is really terrible. Use a reload booster, says someone. It's on cooldown.
I'll use it when I get to use it.
But the thing is, they're shooting you, and we're still holding
Look,
the
I believe in the Friedrich winning this for us.
Yes, me too. I think we've got this game. I can't believe they haven't sunk you yet.
Skadahute, I'd like you to play a game you are not paid to play, but well, I mean...
not on
all
this
of
channel?
us- yeah, not on this channel, and all of us got to do this job by actually playing the game.
So I believe here.
We won. We took the
cap.
cap. Look at the point ticking. There's no way they can sink the Friedrich in that time. It's a Friedrich.
That's true. I sacrificed not only my ship, but also my turrets.
See?
It's a win. Swing and a miss.
Mr.
Well, there's only so much I can do with no turrets.
Mr. Conway, how do you pronounce the tier 10 German battleship? It's Großer Kurfürst.
He's a naked Kurfürst, yes, and that naked Kurfürst is winning this actually. He's probably like, oh, look at these wargaming guys.
Look, my move may have not been that great, but if I'd had the ramming flag,
What are you trying to say?
But the EM and the
But,
others
you know,
and the map and the cap.
I could have.
Look, we won it. I'll take it, but I want my turrets back.
Well, ask Hapa further.
Oh man.
Okay, so Chad, ramming flag, very important flag. Signals, I didn't put them on auto refresh. That was the problem.
Slash has a good piece of advice, Chrysanthus. Perhaps next time sacrifice the turrets later. Look, you wanted to see an aggressive play with a Jean-Bart, and I showed you the most aggressive play, which is brawling without main turrets.
Oh, and quick switch here, please.
Yes.
Wow. Taki making big progress on the Yamato. Nice work. This thing is massive.
Yes, it's like... and it's getting pretty heavy as well.
Yeah. So player is asking, what's the best ship for close combat with the best secondaries? If you're talking about the ranked battles, the current ranked sprint on tier 9, I would recommend you to go for either the Pommern or
Friedrich.
the Georgia. Friedrich is also very nice if you want to go for a tech tree option. But overall, the Pommern is my personal preference because it has hydro, it has torpedoes, decent secondaries. It can pack a punch, right? And you are, because of the way it's built, right? And it's a German battleship, you won't get citadel, so you can also just go right next to a enemy ship and touch it inappropriately, while you won't take that much damage.
Hashtag Kartoffelsalat. I can get back behind
What?
this one.
Where is Kartoffelsalat?
So should I play the Jean-Bart again? Musashi? I don't have the Musashi, guys.
Yeah.
Aggressive near miss ramming. Look, this is a very specific art of planning to ram and then not ramming, taunting the enemy by just following them and watching them see the cap turn against them and lose.
Hashtag
Alsace is quite good too. Yeah, like Alsace is not...
Alsace is a great... Actually, for secondaries, not a bad pick.
Yes, but you have to get closer than with the...
I have to admit that when it comes to these like ranked sprints, that I'm slightly biased towards my premium ships, because for me it's a great opportunity to pick ships that I haven't played in a while.
Yes.
And to get the most out of it.
By the way, can I just say, right, if you guys want to play against us, because we're in a division, if you could team up, if you like queue in with a 2 battleship division, you're probably going to get matched against us.
And Vasil? Aggressive distractions, exactly.
Pommern is a nice fit with my other German ships. Yeah, the Pommern is like a...
We internally, we lovingly call it der kleine Kurfürst.
Yes.
1 month later, Taki, finally finished my brick block battleship. Well, I'm basically the only person who's building it through
That's
the
not true.
streams.
I did bag number 1.
Yes. True.
Yes, I have to claim credit where credit is due, right? And I didn't make too many mistakes. I only had to disassemble it again.
Yeah, I have to
once.
admit I had to do some slight disassembling during your gameplay, so that was good.
Der Kleine is saying, I'm the Kurfürst. Yes, der Kleine. And I've known you for a very long time, man. Happy to see that you're still around.
Everybody tell Hapa to give Chrysanthus the Pommern and not Mr. Conway, just for spite.
I can get behind
Lazy Steel, right? Because you've probably got Twitch drops activated, I can probably find out where your account is and take away your Pommern.
No one wants to play with you two potatoes. Zespetiest.
Earn Pommern, dude. I have only so much time. Like I'm happy to like play out my EU account, and I'm actually a proud owner of a tier 10 on the NA server that I got. But earning that amount of coal is too much time for me.
Okay, but now come on. Now we have a Pommern. Now we'll push with the Pommern. If a Pommern pushes,
Sure. I'm still pushing around the corner.
How is
You
Evan
push
doing?
in. I slap broadsides.
How is Evan doing? Well, I believe Evan is dodging hurricanes or something.
Pommern ist Liebe, Pommern ist Leben. Exactly. So there was a question about that model, or in general, where to get these models from. It's from Kobe.
yes.
And they have special World of Warships editions also, where you get an additional bonus code.
It's okay, chat. It's a very small bonus.
It's a small bonus code, but
But
if you're
there's a-
interested anyway,
Exactly.
You
You might
can-
as
you
well
can-
get this version.
Exactly.
And the Yamato is super cool. And I think I've seen, Zihalis was saying that he really liked his Turpets as well. But we've still got the Bismarck to do.
Evan, I believe Cobra 05 called your name and was asking how are you doing. Warships Gaming, can you invite Warship Gaming? Sorry, can you invite Jingles to the next live stream? Actually, yes, we can, and it will happen tomorrow.
tomorrow. yes, we have them tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow
as a
we
guest.
have another part of our monthly historical special with Jingles and Drachinifel, and next week also, this week also with a guest from USNI, and we will be talking about the early battles around Guadalcanal, mostly about the Savo Island, but a bit about the rest of them as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
How to enter in Wargaming Clan? Well, first step is work at Wargaming.
Yes, like the Wargaming Clan is
Yes.
you have to work for Wargaming. That's the point of the Wargaming Clan.
Kieran J. Jones is asking, will we have the opportunity to get the Iron Cross perma camo for Tech 3 ships in the future? Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Can I just say how much I love doing 39.5 knots on my battleship?
Georgia is very fast with that speed boost. Somebody was saying, hey, play Friedrich der Große or Iowa. So the only tech tree that I have in terms of battleships with the tier 9, tier 10 ship on the NA servers, only the Soviet one. I can play the Sovietsky Soyuz if you want me to. Okay, there's the Friedrich. The Friedrich is not in the division.
And they're not in the cap.
Yes, you
Good
can
evening
actually
to the
grab
three Daltons. No, only he is Dalton. We aren't Daltons. He has the head.
Actually, we have to reverse here. So you should have soon the broadside on the Sovietsky.
Yes, I'm lining up for it.
And I will annoy them with HE.
No,
There's still the third EB missing.
It's not a broadside.
No, he's turning in again now, so they know that. Iron Cross camo on Bismarck would be beautiful. I
Yep.
agree.
But Bismarck has a lot of cool camos. in
Could you
itself,
play with
so-
the tier 9 British cruiser? I'm only at tier 7 with the British cruisers on my NA account. Sorry guys, it's I only have so much time.
Oh, that hurt. But you know what, guys? You can shoot me all you want because I have the cap and the Pommern behind me. So,
What are we focusing on? Sovietsky?
sure, I can't shoot them really, so let's go.
Okay, Salty Jean
Okay,
Bart.
there's the Jean Bart.
Salty Jean Bart is saying that Chrysanthus is losing his turrets again.
No, it was just in camp. Losing.
Well,
losing,
that's the
losing
first step.
First step. Yes.
Oh, I had this battle in Hatsuharu, I believe, where all my guns and torpedo launchers were knocked out, and I had still like a lot of hit points. It was so
I
frustrating.
had that with the old Void before
Oh.
the turrets were changed and the HP pools for the turrets, which made a huge significant difference. That was
Can
very
we
frustrating.
switch
This
to
is not looking great, by the way. Just wanted to point this out.
Gamer 9254? Can we switch to only one perspective, both at the same time? It's really disorienting. Okay.
I really hope the Pommern can do a good push there into the thingy.
Sneaky Bob, I gotta go and get ready for my own stream. Thanks for your time, guys, and bye to everyone. Well, bye, Sneaky Bob, and have fun in your stream.
Yes.
Come on, Pommern. You got that, Jean-Bart? Oh, needs a one torpedo. That's of course not a good start. But, you know. There's some broadside for you potentially coming.
Ava XX, if you get random freezes since 095, please contact the customer support. We cannot really help you here in the chat, but the guys will be able to help you.
Problem solved, sir.
Okay, I'm trying to get a better angle on the
Which one do you suggest, guys? Petropavlovsk or Hindenburg? For me, I would suggest Hindenburg, but well.
Depends on what you want to get out
Yeah.
of it. The Petropavlovsk is a really nice ship with very, very, very accurate guns. But you also need to be aware of that, both of these ships are situational, while I personally, if you just want to have a good all-rounder, I would rather go for the
Yeah.
Hindenburg.
Basically, Hindenburg is pretty tanky. The guns are the best, but not the worst. It has torpedoes. It's a very good all-rounder performer.
Did you see that massive salvo from the Pommern?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Hashtag unplayable. That ship.
Who said that? Did anybody read?
I mean, I understand when players, see that okay, a battleship is getting its Sigma nerf, but I think that especially this rank split helped showing people that it's a really decent ship.
Obviously every ship is good and better in some situations.
Just
versus
imagine it
others.
being also super accurate while having all of these traits for the ball. It would just be too strong.
What do you recommend as the best way to play cruisers? Because every time I play as one, I just end up getting destroyed quickly. Well, the basic thing is keep an eye on enemy battleships and basically on any enemy ship with bigger guns than yours, and don't show them your broadside.
Yep. I mean, if you ask me about how to approach cruisers if you struggle, I would say initially be a bit more careful. Definitely always angle and try to just imagine where would the enemy battleships usually spawn, how would they approach the different zones, and then keep an angle on them. An angle enough that it's not showing too much broadside. And then you initially try to fight them a bit on range, and once the battlefield clears a bit, it opens up new opportunities for you to push in step by step. It doesn't mean that you should just stay in the back all the game and not do anything, but just approach it more carefully and stick with the rest of your fleet in a sense of it's good to help BBs around you and have BBs tank for you and to just, communicate a bit.
Dupe Viper 1965 is asking, can you all add native language ability to Dasha Perova and Azure Lane commanders? How? The Dasha doesn't speak amazing English, and I don't know about the Japanese voice actors for Azure Lane, but I assume
guys,
also not.
apparently my microphone is cutting out, but it cannot be batteries because the batteries are full. So I'll just try to bring the receiver a bit higher,
Yes.
the transmitter, and maybe it will get better.
I don't know, we just switched
Orange Man, make
No,
bad.
I was looking.
Mic is fine now. Okay.
I'm talking about the ready button. Well,
I'm building an Alaska.
Oh,
Give me
okay,
a
fine.
minute.
Taki is
Do you wanna show
nice
people,
World of Tanks shirt. Well,
Sure.
yes, it's World of Tanks shirt, but most of all, it's a Gamescom community party t-shirt. So since this is basically pre-Gamescom stream, going for that.
Yes, the official Gamescom opening night live is actually is it now? It's starting soon.
Should be starting very soon, yes.
Yeah, it's at 9.
And we will also probably be only doing one more game because I
Yeah.
have been in the office since 9 o'clock this morning, and as much as I love the office, I also need to go home.
Mm-hmm.
I have some miniatures to paint for my
Okay.
Warhammer
it's,
Showdown without
the
tanks.
Gamescom stream is already running, apparently.
And for the guys who wanted to see British cruisers, since you voted to play ranked on the NA server, my ship selection is very limited, but I'm happy to play British heavy cruisers on our next stream that is going to happen next Thursday.
CTS 12 p.m. Like your rig, Taki. Well, it's not my rig, it's our collective rig, and it has a very funny backstory, actually.
Yes.
It wasn't supposed to be here. It was a prize in a contest, but unfortunately the winner of the contest was from back when we were still based in Paris. The winner of the contest was from the Ukraine, and we found that actually sending there this rig would be so difficult, expensive, and likely to end up broken that in the end we just offered the winner to basically pick out rig locally for
we just bought him an
adequate
EPC.
value, and we got stuck with this rig, and it's serving us here both as decoration and both as my tool to have a stream open.
Yeah, I mean it's the super high-powered water-cooled gaming rig with a custom overclocked, decapped 5 gigahertz processor, and we use it to look at Twitch chat.
Yeah. Well,
Which
I
is
mean,
a little bit sad.
I mean, if you give me better better keyboard and mouse arrangements here, maybe I can join you in playing.
Yeah, it's not the best place to play from, I think.
I have not seen Take play with Mr. Conway and Chrysanthos. Why? Well, because the setup of this station isn't really so good for gameplay. So
if we didn't have the corona, because at the moment we required to keep 2 meters between ourselves when we're sitting at our desks and working, and this way we have more than 2 meters between everyone, but this way we also can't play with 3 people.
Plus a solid wall of screens.
Yes, once it's over, we will be able to.
Yeah, actually, before the corona came, we wanted to have basically 3 gaming stations and the comfy chair set up, and but unfortunately.
Chat. I want a quick poll. Actually, I'm going to do a really quick poll. I would like to know, because I know somebody said earlier he doesn't. Can you? Doesn't like the overview with 2 at the same time, like both gameplay things. I just want to see.
MVT07, if someone have an idea for the game, where is the right place to send it? The best place probably is the official forum in your language, if it's supported, because then we gather it there, and generally in forum it has better visibility for us than, for example, on our Discord, because, well, searching on Discord can be a pain in the ass.
Okay, so just do me a favor, guys. Just tell me which of the overviews do you prefer? Do you prefer to see like a single gameplay, or do you like to see both of us at the same time some of the time?
Yeah, I saw a question there about like how to angle against ships with 457mm turrets. Well, overall, it's all about positioning, angling, and also being able to make the enemy miss by being unpredictable. So obviously there will be situations where there's an enemy ship that has either a caliber or a position where you cannot really do much against it, so you need to adapt. So this is just the way to become better at warships, is to learn what situations this is the case and how to counter it. But in Hindenburg you can definitely still do something about this, and just sometimes the best solution is actually just to go dark, go back into concealment, and reposition.
Warship gaming on the Blitz, can you change the Grosser Kurfürst guns? They are not right. They have 2 guns, not 3. Well, we are like the Warships Blitz is completely separate game, so we are not really interconnected there. So it's their.
I'm dead.
Yeah, it's.
How are you dead?
It's their style.
I mean,
since the ship is basically a compilation of various German large battleship projects. They chose their own interpretation. So.
Not actually dead yet, but close to it. Well,
This is like one of the most annoying things that I hear from Mr. Conway. Always is like, I'm dead.
Tell a little more about Heisen. Well, there's nothing really much more to say than what we said today, because and what's on the dev blog. Basically, it's kind of like Yamato with many smaller PPU sticks. Should be fun.
Smaller, we mean 410.
Yes. Yeah. Well, smaller
Small
compared to
only in a
Yamato.
relative sense, yeah. Why am I dead? It's just because I didn't realize the positioning would be quite so crap here, and it is. There's nothing I can do
Doom
now.
Viper, just contact our customer support, maybe they can.
World of Warship, since all official streams are duo hosted, why not have an additional channel for streaming host A and host B simultaneously? I'm
It
not
doesn't
really
really-
sure. Doesn't really.
Makes sense. Like I understand that it would be a nice thing to have, but overall we want to focus on one channel and have all of the chat in one place, and that you guys can interact with each other and not be split up in two streams. I don't think it's a really decent like streaming experience. Also nicely done by the enemy team here to split
Yeah.
us up into like being able to create angles and push Mr. Conway there. in the
Yeah,
middle.
the enemy Georgia made a really good move down that flank, and he absolutely wrecked my broadside. And I'm afraid our Friedrich der Große is completely out of the game. I mean, he's basically behind the island, so he can't shoot anyone.
Marco, correct. This is very good game, but it needs submarines. Well, we are working on submarines in a special mode, and recently we unveiled some changes after the first like large-scale release event. So yeah, there will be changes, and you will see submarines again. Your FDG doesn't understand what the German PB is for. Yeah, that's...
No, he doesn't. If he'd been
Yeah.
in the cap with us, that would have looked a bit different.
It's a bit sad because I think it's such a nice opportunity to use something like a Friedrich der Große in a way that you sometimes just cannot do it in something like a random battle, right?
It seems that the chat now singled me for a hashtag, and it's in check.
Why not shooting AG? Because up until this point he was giving me more broadside than this, and I'm waiting for the Georgia to come
Yeah.
here, and that should be.
What does it mean, Taki Jebu?
Taki Ebu
Yebu. Oh, sorry. I don't-
means Taki is God.
Oh,
As long
that a
as it's
cult?
checked. Engels Musashi laughs at your tiny shells.
Indeed,
Yeah,
indeed.
probably yes.
Yes.
I mean, the Musashi, I love the Musashi to play it. It's such a strong ship. It really is. But especially in this mode, it's actually quite susceptible to ships like the Pommern or the Georgia. Anything that can push around it very quickly, because usually the Musashi cannot really keep up with a brawling ship. I would love to do something about these guys, but unfortunately they're playing it so try-hard way that whatever I would do here to push in more would just mean I would show full broadside. to these
There
guys.
was an interesting suggestion now. Unfortunately, it scrolled past, so I didn't notice the nickname. But it was basically to add a possibility to reset the rank once you are done, so that you can play again. That's like, yeah.
Yeah, that was a very popular suggestion on
Yeah.
the forums as well.
Oh my.
Is he paying attention to me?
Convert XP discounts on September. No comment, sorry. It's like with all those questions, like when will ship X come to sales, or when will discount X come? We cannot really talk about it until it happens. Yes, bring back the submarines in its own battle mode, and that's exactly what will be happening. Will you add submarines in Tech Tree or just test again? It will be just test again, basically testing the changes based on the last round of the event, including, for example, adding an anti-submarine plane for battleships and heavy cruisers. So you will be able to see where it's heading.
How is the situation where our Friedrich der Große is being chased down by a Riga at the chain? Are you going for the torpedo?
Yes, I'm embracing the torpedo.
Hashtag beat the torpedo.
At
If
any
I,
point,
if I get to pull it off because he... Oh God, I'm going to burn down.
No! F's in chat. F's in
We
chat.
tried.
So close.
oh. So
Good
the
job,
battle
Representos.
didn't work out.
Unfortunately, it seems that your division mate dragged you down today.
That's okay. We still love you.
Yes.
Even I do.
Thank you. That's nice. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, it is time
I
for us
think
to
that is
end
time, yes.
the stream. Thank you so much for turning out for this. I know it wasn't a proper Gamescom because, well, it's not happening, but hopefully we can come back for 2021. This year was going to be our 10th Gamescom.
Yes,
so
unfortunately.
we were going to go big or go home, and unfortunately we went home because
We stayed home.
Everybody stayed home, right?
Before you moderate this off, a few things I wanted to say.
Can I just point something out, Chris?
Yes.
That is actually not a thing in English.
What?
Moderating something.
I
off.
know that's okay.
Just-
That's
if I
okay.
just-
We'll
just, you know,
we'll just pretend that it is a thing.
It
So-
is a thing now.
Few things. First of all, you had a chance today to get the Gamescom Twitch drop. If you missed it for some reason or you didn't link your account in time, this is still available until the end of the German Gamescom stream, which is happening on Saturday. So if you are watching tomorrow either the Russian stream, the Armchair Admiral stream that is going to happen tomorrow, right, with Jingles, Drachin Nifel, Mr. Conway, Taki, and a special guest.
Yes.
And,
say who it is.
You
can say who it is. It's going to be Jack Russell, who's a marketing manager for the United States Naval Institute.
Yes. So cool combination. I hope you're going to tune in. If you're into history, that's the place to go. And otherwise, we also have our North American stream later on tomorrow night, so you can also get it there. And otherwise, Mr. Conway, Sehalis, and me will be back on Saturday. If you want to listen to weird Klingon noises called German,
Yes.
we're going to be.
Das ist ein Gamescom.
Exactly. We're going to be streaming in German on Saturday, and we're going to show something cool that you might like if you're into German things.
Will you be eating currywurst?
No,
Then it's no Gamescom.
that's true. It's also no kebab.
It should be Haxe. We should
Haxe.
order some.
It should be Haxe.
We should order pork knuckle.
Pork knuckle, yeah. So that's one thing. Otherwise, make sure to play the in-game mission that we implemented for the Gamescom camouflages. You just need to play the game and do the mission. It's quite easy. You can get 3 each of the camouflages. And otherwise, King of the Sea.
Yes, so
It's
King of
coming.
the Sea 11 is coming. If you are a person who follows these kind of things or would like to participate, you can find all of the information on King of the Sea 11 on our portal. It's live on all the regions. It will talk about how you can participate. There's a cool trailer made by our community, which is always nice. And it also details how you can complete the King of the Sea collection. So you'll be able to get 2 of the... So you were able to get a maximum of 8 items last King of the Sea, and you can get 8 again this time. So you can complete the collection and get a free Tier 7 random premium ship, which is excellent. So you can find out where to get these, so you can make sure to pay attention and collect them all as they come up. I think... In terms of like things we have to talk about, that's mostly it.
Yeah.
We will be
by the
talking
way,
about them much more because we'll be live next 2 days as well. But yeah, it's fun.
By the way, there was a question in the chat whether there were some news. Yes, there were news. Head to the dev blog and you will see them.
Yes, we announced 5 new ships.
Just 5.
So the last thing for me to say is, go Sharks.
Yes, and actually, let's turn that into the hashtag that we will be spamming.
Hashtag Go Sharks. We will need Chrysanthos. Please pick a person for us to raid.
Yes, and we will seed the Go Sharks in the chat in the meantime.
And to those 2 people who won our quiz today, we will be in touch with you tomorrow to deliver your well-earned bonus code.
So prepare your Go Shark spam, and once we invade someone, flood his chat.
Do we want to play the Gamescom Ladies Dancing video as our outro? Maybe.
Well, we can, but I would still just go raid people because
Yeah,
We will raid. I'm just asking for like,
Yeah, so
I have the button ready.
Yes, so we will run the ladies dancing video again, and then we will raid.
No, we'll raid during the. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Have you decided?
not yet. We'll do this once you start the video.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, chat. Thank gentlemen. We will see you tomorrow for our Armchair Admiral stream. Until then, have a great evening.
Yes.
Oh
have
wait,
a great
sorry.
evening.
I'm wearing a hat, so I'm just gonna lightly tip it and say goodbye.
Sing some ships and goodbye.
Enjoy.